Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of Download and Delete.
Yes.
Oh, shit. 10 of them?
Episode 10.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome in. I am Ty Musier, innovator and creator of all things I put my mind to.
And I am Shauna Lucas. Thank you for coming back.
To episode 10, we have an epic show today. Epic show. First of all.
Epic? You want to say epic already?
I think it's epic. First
Okay,
of all,
fine.
I'm here and it's epic.
Oh, of course.
We're alive, so that makes it even more epic. And then we have some epic people here, so
You're right.
it's gonna
You're
be
right.
fucking dope.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So like every show, we like to start off with our motivation moment.
Yes.
We're motivating something or someone in our community. Shauna, why don't you tell us who and what you're motivating?
Oh, okay. So I'll go first
Go
because
first.
I'm gonna be all feisty and spicy with mine
Okay.
today.
Oh,
I don't know. I got real riled up since we're on break right now. Y'all know we're on break. I work in education, and I want to talk about that a little bit because I just got fired up about education and. So mine is about that. My motivation moment is about that. And particularly two things, because I'm going to say something that is a little spicier, and then I'll be positive. I'll end up
Say what
positive.
you say. This here your show. This here your juke joint.
Good. But, because I love preparing for this, and I love sharing with our listeners, and I get feedback on what we talk about sometimes. So I really get the energy from who listens to us. So what I want to do is think about two things that I want to see reinstituted in 2021. So
Okay.
the first thing I want to see reinstituted in 2021 is I want us to reopen our schools, okay? And you all heard me talk about this last year.
Okay.
I'm sorry, last week. Why your face looking like that?
I'm gonna let you do your download.
So you heard me talk about this last week. I was talking about an article about how Republican areas are more likely to have in-person, Democratic are more likely to be virtual, rich areas in-person, poor areas virtual, white areas in-person.
As Tom crumples the bag.
And blacks and Hispanic populations are all virtual. And I really have been reading about this, and I learned that schools are not driving the epidemic. Most in-person schools have been able to keep their infection rates low. Schools in Europe have been back for 8 months now, and schools are safe environments. Dr. Fauci wants us to go back. He says that the spread of COVID among children is not really that big. And I really think it really is a civil rights issue right now because the kids have been out for so long and they are sliding behind. And when you see where some people have reincorporated in-person learning, it's because they have the privilege and the resources to do so. And it's not because that they're scared that it'll infect their students and their teachers, because they are being safe and they're able to contact trace and quarantine people. And it is because they have the resources. So Wauwatosa has they voted to bring their schools back December 14th. And I just think that, we need some kind of model that serves the most vulnerable students. We can't just say that, we don't have the resources, because we need to come up with it. And now that we have a stimulus package passed tonight, as a matter of fact.
Did it get passed?
Yep, 90 million.
I thought they had about to midnight. I just read.
No, they did it. They just did it. 900 billion, and a lot of that'll go to schools.
So are we getting $600?
I'm about to say, are we still getting a pizza party?
It's like 600.
Not that I care, but
Yeah, so
600 or
I think it's 600 to 700 or something like that. They haven't really released the details about what's going to be what. They just said that it's 900.
And we're supposed to get it before Christmas, right?
Yeah,
right. Happy day!
You think the
I don't see
you think the USPS is going to have our checks to us
First
by
of all,
Friday?
and let
I
me
don't know
not
about
toot
all
my
that.
horn. I don't mean to interrupt or step on your feet doing your download, but when we first got that first stimulus, mine hit my account the first day.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do. Okay.
I ain't tell nobody.
It was a couple of weeks.
Waiting.
I ain't tell nobody. Like, oh,
I
Like,
guess
over here, Lord.
I got up and it was there.
I filed my taxes.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They did do direct deposits, right? So they probably could just easily do it. You know.
Then I filed my taxes after I got my stimulus. So,
Thank
you, government.
I think I passed my. I filed my taxes because I was like, "Ooh, that stimulus is gonna come if I hurry up and go." But it was complicated. So, okay, I know I'm being serious. All right, but what I want to say is that I think I'm just like really tired of white liberals saying it's too dangerous, and I really think it's anti-blackness. And I think that it's a disregard for or inability to confront the urgency in which in-person schooling is necessary for all young people, especially black and brown kids. And we know that black people have faced a lot of dangerous threats in the fight for equal educational access. And I just really think that the teachers union should even at least have the conversation about returning in some capacity. And I hate when people say, no, it's too dangerous. I think this has become an issue, a class issue. And I just think, we really should start talking about that right away for January. School districts across the state are doing it, and I don't know why we haven't been talking about it. So I want to motivate people to call their school board members. I have a list of them, but, you all can Google them and make sure you contact them and let them know that you at least want people to start talking about offering and sharing plans for in-person learning for MPS students. The second thing, I'm going to bring us back up, okay? I know that was serious.
Can I say something about that first part?
Sure.
Or is it a caveat to that first part?
No, it's completely different from the first part, so go ahead.
But we talked yesterday, and I was like, well, you can't tell the doctors what to do because they're doctors. You're a teacher, so I can't tell the teachers what to do. But my thing about it is, what if like the older teachers bring it to like the schools, and then like the children are taking it to like the families, and then those families are taking it to their jobs, and then like it's another spiral of the coronavirus.
Well, I mean, I just think, so I've been working with kids in person for a while, and we haven't had any issues. I think it's possible, with the right resources. The other thing I would say is I think students are already impacted by it because their families have to go to work, and their families live in communities where it's, where they're at risk, and they're already suffering, and they're already experiencing it.
So is that
outside of school?
Is that your preference that, minorities would have issues doing virtual learning more so than Caucasian children?
You mean if I am concerned that black students should have the choice to have in-person services versus...
So the choice is not their choice. Because I think if we take a poll and ask like these black kids versus the white kids who wants to go to school, the black kids ain't gonna want to go to school.
I think they do.
I
would beg to differ. I really think kids want to get back in school. I think
I would say yeah. Too.
Yeah, I think they really want to go back. I think it's been, y'all, it's almost been a year.
It has.
Yeah, they've been out for a year. They want to come back in the summer. They want to come back when they're gone for 3 months. I worked at a school that was year-round for 2 years, and it was because the kids need that stability. They need that routine and structure.
Okay.
And a lot of kids were already behind in reading and math achievement, and then like to have them be out for 8 months. They said like 40,000 students haven't even logged in to in-person learning in NPS. Come on now, that is a critical civil rights issue in our community when all of these kids are not in these classrooms with these teachers. And then this has also shown that a lot of kids are failing right now. It shows
the responsibility be back on like the parents, like when kids don't go to school, when like they have in person, like if they don't go for a certain amount of time, their parents can get like a warrant for like their arrest or something because your child is truant. Well, so shouldn't they get like the same truancy things when they don't log in? No,
there was a case recently about a girl who was put in jail, and like they had to reverse that because it's just, that's ridiculous. I mean, a lot of parents are doing the best that they can. I'm going to say myself, my son was at home, and I had to go to work every single day, and I couldn't help him the way that, I should be able to. And, we're okay. I mean, I go to work every single day. I'm educated, and I couldn't support him because I had to leave the home every day. So I don't want to assume that everybody is just being neglectful. I think people just have to make a living. So I think that's why I really, really want to push. And if they don't start talking about this, I want all our black educators and black parents to start raising hell about this, because they need to make sure that we have equal access to education. We have fought for this for years. So this is the new issue of our time right now. Okay. So think about it that way. Okay. And I don't know.
I got a question too.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
I don't have children.
And I've been out of school.
I've been out of school for a long time, but like a lot of white schools, they have smaller class sizes and things like that. So with overcrowding of like MPS and lack of resources, because we already have to send kids to school with all of the supplies that they need. Do you think that like larger districts like MPS are really going to be capable of keeping down numbers?
I think, maybe it should be a phased approach. So maybe they should start with the little kids. Maybe they can do students who have services, special education services that come into the buildings. Maybe they should offer the parents a choice. If you want your kid to stay virtual, go ahead. If you want your kid to have services, the choice is the problem to me. The lack of choice to me is the problem. Like there is just nothing for these kids at all. There's, hey, y'all can come pick up a lunch at this lunch site, but it's like, no, there's no replacement.
How they gonna pick up a lunch when a lot of them are catching public transportation by themselves?
Yes.
And they were only getting the bus pass because they were going to school.
Yes, they were only exactly.
You make a valid point there.
I know. I want this to be on our radar. I want this as a Black community, as the community, as Milwaukee community, to think about this. And I know people are still afraid right now, and I get that. I really do. And I was afraid when I went back to school. I felt like they were putting us in a compromising position. But when I started seeing how my kids who have all these health issues, they came to school because they valued their education, it just completely changed my mind. Yeah. These parents were afraid to send their kids, and they did it because they knew that these kids were slipping behind, and they were willing to take the risk.
They sent them kids because they was getting on their damn nerves.
Get out this house and go your ass to school.
Yeah, that's a part of it. Probably that's a part of it. Like, hey, let me give you this little badass.
What's your second part of your motivation?
Okay, so the second part. Okay, the second part is the second thing I want to see.
Okay.
Okay. So do you remember when I talked about how? There are some restaurants in Milwaukee that white people should try that they won't try because it's too dangerous for them
to go in the neighborhood.
The food, the restaurants. I want y'all to say
damn
one.
sure ain't Jake's.
Okay. So I had a whole list.
I used to work. I opened and was working at the Tandem for a long time.
Okay.
And the Tandem sits right in the middle of Lindsay Heights on Fond du Lac, 18th, 19th of Fond du Lac.
Magic Kiss.
Magic Kiss. Yeah. So when we first opened, it was extremely
taboo.
No, we had to we had to have hired security to walk people to their cars at night if we were open late at certain times. Yeah, this was before the big Walnut Way revitalization started taking place over there in the area. Really? Oh yeah.
Yeah, but see, Tandem didn't make my list because Tandem, white people love them some Tandem.
Yeah, they love Tandem.
Okay, they will go to Tandem.
The prices.
Okay. No, Tandem isn't too bad.
Hence the prices.
Well, that chicken.
What, the whole chicken?
Yeah.
Not even the chicken, the fish. I was like,
the fish fry.
$16? I ain't gonna
but
say
it's
it
a big ass.
Nasty.
It's a big ass piece of fish.
Their portions are good.
But look, I can go to Walmart. Give me
two
pieces of filet.
Shout out to Caitlin Cullen of the Tandem.
Yes.
We turned them out last week.
She turned her business into a nonprofit now.
Yes.
Which is the dopest thing for tutoring and stuff.
Yep.
I love my sis.
That's why I never minded spending money there because I knew what they were doing. You would see the people who worked there, lived in the area. I love that place.
No.
Well, it's not Black owned, but so a lot of the people who work there, a lot of the people who work there and they serve the community in a lot of different ways. But I said this, and then someone sent me. So on our list was Tony's. What else did we say? We didn't say Speed Queen. What else? There are a bunch of them.
McBob's,
Bungalow.
Ashley.
No, white people go to
Bungalow.
McBob's.
We
said Ashley's, Tony's,
Bungalow. Go down.
Yep, right. So white people ain't going there, but they should try the Black Eyed Peas.
But they'll DoorDash it now.
Oh
no, DoorDash ain't going to no bungalow.
Yes, they do.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a lot of.
Okay, shout out DoorDash.
And because of COVID, a lot of these businesses that didn't have a presence online and technology, they had to step their cookies up a little bit so that they can still get their coin.
Okay, so I wouldn't even know to search that on DoorDash. I'm gonna have to try that. Search bungalow on DoorDash. Okay.
You better have it with your motivation.
Okay, so let me. I'm almost finished. I promise. I want to get a nice positive spin on this. So after I said that, someone told me about this woman, Emerald Mills, who's from Zion, Illinois. She lives in Milwaukee, and she started this organization called Diverse Dining here. Okay, so she was an employee of the Black Health Coalition that I've also mentioned before here. And what they do is they host these community events. They had one at Tandem. They had one here at Sherman Phoenix.
Are they open to the public?
So before COVID hit, they were doing these icebreakers and these community building activities at these restaurants across the city.
Okay.
To try to establish, race relations in the community. And but now after COVID, she started offering these monthly subscription boxes, and you can go on her website on Facebook and get one. And I researched this because I talked about us doing something similar, but there is like stuff like this all over the state, even in the Midwest. So there's something called Friendship Force of Greater Milwaukee, and since 1977, they do these diversity dinners. The Alliance for Alliance for Innovation. They do these South.
You're on Download and Delete. You'll learn something new every show.
Okay.
So the Alliance for Innovation in Illinois, they did this South Suburban Diversity Dinners, and they've been doing this since 2011. So there are programs like this that exist already in the Midwest. But what I want to see brought back in Milwaukee, and I don't know if anybody at this table has ever been to the community brainstorming breakfast.
I have not.
No.
Where is it at? See, I don't know shit about this. See, this is the thing that I'm talking about. Like,
my
there's so
God.
much things there are so many things to do in Milwaukee, first of all, and then in greater Milwaukee that black people just don't know about.
Yeah.
And that if we knew about, I think that some of us would go to or just like to even see what it's the fuck about.
Well, I've been going to community brainstorming for a
Shauna, we
long
know you
time.
have,
Okay, so
darling.
what this is about, so what it is on the second Saturdays, or I think it's the second Saturdays of every month, they come together, and like Reuben Harpool. You ever heard of Reuben Harpool? Reuben Harpool?
No.
Okay,
I
so
haven't, but it makes me
Dr.
think
Pamela
that's
Malone and who else? It's a judge. I'm sorry why I'm blanking, but it's another judge who established the community brainstorming breakfast. I don't know what Russell Stamper. Thank you. He did this too. And he did it every Saturday. You go in, you get your grits and eggs and bacon and toast down in the basement of
where?
St. Matthew's.
Where's St. Matthew's?
On 2944 North 9th Street. They stopped. They have been going strong for like 20 years, y'all.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they every Saturday. So you
And then they stopped because of COVID.
well, right. Well, yeah. So you walk in there and
Fucking COVID.
I know, and it would be like all the dignitaries in Milwaukee there, reporters, politicians,
And how long they been doing this?
for like 20 years.
Girl,
and you
if I
go.
was single and knew about this with
Yes.
these dignitaries in Milwaukee,
Yes.
child, I would have been down there
Girl.
slanging these dreads.
Okay.
So, and I think it was really like a place where you can understand the problems in the community and not only just talk about it, but there were politicians that would come regularly because they wanted to know. And I
Was
want
the food free?
the food was free. It was a nonprofit.
Sign me up.
So those grits and eggs was free.
They not having it
Wait,
in
was-
2021?
Was it given like free meal quality?
But I think you had to pay like a subscription, like a. What
They
was
would
it
ask
called?
you,
Like a
they
membership.
would add. They
Donation.
had a cup out in front, like a little pitcher with some singles in there. They asked for you.
So
To,
I will go get $5 in singles and make it look like something.
I'm telling you,
Fluff it up.
You
yo,
know?
I'm telling you, the grits had the butter floating on top.
Oh,
You
you
know,
speaking my language.
They-
Need a shrimp to throw on top of that.
I can't wait to get a housekeeper. Oh, you should have been here last week when we had them
oh yes,
shipping
it
grits
was
from
like
Tusk.
that, but it wasn't no shrimp in these grits. It was just you could put some. Wait, let
Salt,
me ask y'all.
pepper.
Who does salt and pepper grits in this room?
I put sugar in my grits.
Thank
in
you.
general.
I put sugar.
It depends because I feel like grits can be either savory or sweet.
Have you done both before?
Yes.
I put
I
sugar
have
in
met
my
people who've
grits.
done both. I think that's very unusual, but I respect it.
My grits are in the garbage.
You don't like grits?
No, listen.
But my grits have to have cheese in them too.
What? Do you
What?
like?
Sorry.
What about cream of wheat?
It's coming.
Y'all should have seen her face. When I
She's
said
like,
grits.
nah, fuck with no grits.
No,
You
not.
like
It's a texture thing.
I love me some grits.
I think the way that my daddy people would make them, it just was like, I'm never eating this again as an adult.
Oh.
They was all they was vegan like 30
Before it was
years
cool.
ago.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I know
So
people like
we
that.
we were eating healthy,
Healthy
and I'm like,
grits.
I
Oh,
am
for
never
breakfast.
Yeah, right.
no
Oats and
sugar,
strawberries.
no
Yeah.
cinnamon. Like I don't have
No
time.
agave.
Agave didn't exist. I don't
Oh.
even know if they had discovered agave.
Oh,
Damn, Gina. Damn, Gina.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. I just think there have been 20 years of these breakfasts.
So you are motivating us too.
So these are the things I want to see come back. We're at the end of the 2020,
please.
and I would love. I think it was more than just it was more than just breakfast. It was like it was where the community came together to talk about some real shit, you know.
And even if I had to pay like a $50 yearly
it's
membership,
absolutely
that'd be
worth
something
it.
that's worth it.
Yeah, I
to
think
go hobnob with these rich people.
Yeah, it was actually really amazing thing, and I don't know if enough people knew about it. So hopefully they bring it back.
Not.
Hopefully they bring it back, or maybe we could try to do something similar.
Yes, girl, get us some grants and funds, and I'll do whatever.
Okay.
Throw a party, honey, back her. Now I don't care. I'm there.
Wouldn't it be cool to just like have?
Parents don't care.
It would be cool to just be able to have people to come to a kitchen and talk and cook and eat. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Sitting down, having socially distanced, you know.
Well, we about to, it's like gonna be 4 vaccines out pretty soon. We're gonna be all right.
Nan one of them.
Oh, stop! Okay, wait.
I've never had a flu vaccine, so why would I get a COVID vaccine?
I'm a little impartial when it comes to the vaccines, solely because I'm someone who's been living with HIV for over 5 years, and this has been something that has been going on for 30 years plus. And not taking away from COVID, but cancer and HIV and other autoimmune disorders are real, and how quickly they came up with a vaccine for COVID.
The COVID.
Why isn't that same thing being done for these other,
You're right.
other type of disorders and such? But we also have to understand too, pharma is a big industry, and it's lobbied for.
They got it too quick because you know they have a serial number for it. So anytime you have a serial number for it, it can be a patent. So if it's a patent, that means it's man created. So the man that created this had already created the vaccine. He just wanted to sell it to the most expensive person.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't heard anything about him and him being arrested, because this man was the one who created this virus. We haven't heard anything about him being arrested. Have you? Have you heard anything?
Which man? What man that created?
The man that created the coronavirus.
I thought it was like a whole thing, like a whole institution
but
that created it.
They got it down to like one scientist who came out who like leaked it and who started the issue.
Child.
I mean,
I just want the world to be back.
You know what? We're going to go on about that.
Yeah, if people want...
Shizzo.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We could talk about that because if people are going to eventually have to choose between that vaccine or going to work at some point.
I can work from home. Hallelujah. Thank you.
Not everybody
Thank you, Jesus,
can.
that's why I said thank you, Jesus, for my job. I ain't saying taking away from nobody else.
Well, I've been in the office, but I do like, with my new company, I have my own separate office where I can go in my space and be in my space. And actually, I'm more productive at work than at home. No shit.
No, I'm more productive.
You know what? I'm with you on that. I cannot work at home.
Baby, child.
Shit.
Baby,
I was at home. I would log onto that goddamn computer as long as that goddamn Teams app said green.
I knew.
They wasn't going to come try to find me. I had me a blunt in my hand and I was watching television.
Okay, so you said you can work at home.
I can't.
Can't.
No.
Okay.
I can. I can wake up. I can get my... listen, I can wake up. I can do all my morning stuff. Shit, shower, shave. Get my coffee. Get in front of my computer. Do my work. I can have my TV on. Listen to my good show in the background. I can sit down. I can have my house coat on. I ain't got to get dressed. I can keep my hair up.
I like getting up and going to work.
I
did too. But now that I have had the opportunity, listen, I used to be just like you and say, I don't want to work from home. I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that. But now, and I can only say because I started working out, that it was good for me to start working out because it was, a pattern that I could see.
You created some
I created
structure,
something that I could do after work. But working from home for me, universe, has been amazing.
For some people, I think it probably is, but I need the compartments. I need
to separate the spaces.
I have to have my worlds not collide because I'm very right-brained and creative in a lot of ways, and I just am like, ooh, I can go over here and do this right now, even though I should just be, focused. Or I start to resent working when I'm at home, and I don't really like that. I just need to compartmentalize my tasks, and then at home, I do home, and at work, I do work. And I mean, if I have to, I do it. I did it at home in the spring, but Ooh,
I love
Lord.
working from home. Thank you, Jesus.
I equate it to someone who works at like a call center not liking to talk on the phone after they get off work.
I think that's probably why I'm so blessed, because I've worked in call centers for like the majority of my career, and I haven't been on the phones for, I'd say, like the past 7 years now. So it's like, well, no, let me stop that, because I went back in 2016. So what's this, 4 years now?
Yeah.
I haven't been on the phone in 4 years now. So it's just like a blessing, and to be able to do my job. I can listen to music, I can listen to my crime dramas, and I can still do my job, and I still do it wonderfully.
Okay.
As the only black person on my team, as the only man on my team,
Okay.
I still have the highest numbers on my team.
And that's on period.
So let me motivate somebody. Okay. My motivation moment this week is going to be for those of us who are celebrating the holidays without our families. Those of us who are celebrating the holidays a little different this year. I think this year is the year that we can definitely see that the holidays are a little bit materialistic, because everything that we thought was important last year is not important this year. And I'm going to get into that more within the discussion of the show. But that's just my motivation moment, just motivating everybody to look at the holidays a little different this year. Just look at it as an opportunity to, there's a reason for the season, and it's Jesus.
Okay.
Right.
Not even that, that I'm so religious or, that I'm spiritual, but, it's more to it than buying a person a gift, because we can buy shoes, clothes. I got stuff I haven't even worn because of COVID-19. So imagine, the stress that my boyfriend or my friends were under last Christmas to get me these things that I'm not even able to wear.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads us into our downloads.
Yeah.
So I'll go first.
Good.
Since I'm already rambling and I need to get this off my chest.
Is it about Christmas?
No. My download is skewed, girl.
Okay, well, can I just say one thing before you move on to the Christmas gift?
Go for it.
So I started doing this thing with my family, well, my kids in particular, because I give my family gifts. We get one thing. But because we're small and we've moved all over the country, but for my kids, I decided to get them something. I don't know if y'all have heard this probably, but something they want, something they need, something they can wear, and something they can read. And that's what they get under
Every
the
year.
tree. We started this about 3 years ago, and they love it. They love it.
So my question is, because now I'm curious.
Okay.
When it comes to the something that they need, like what's your investigative process? Because
she
kids
got a 19 and a 17.
You know what? It makes it easier than when I was trying to guess what to get them according to what the market told me to get them. So then I could narrow it down a little bit better. Like the need can be something that they still want,
like
but
socks.
they really it's usually like something like that.
Okay.
Because Lord knows I need some new Beatles this one.
Don't everybody needs socks and thermals.
Socks and
I love new socks.
What do they
Girls
call
need
them?
their panties and bras.
Yeah, what do they
From
call
La
them?
Perla, not Walmart.
Right.
Yikes.
What are the thermals called that like are white and they got like the waffle?
Long John.
Long Johns.
Oh,
I used to love
live.
some Long Johns. You know what? I used to love Long Johns when I was little, because I used to think they was tight.
No, when I was a younger gay, they made my booty look bigger. So
You wanted to put them on
I put them
under
under my
pants.
pants.
What the boys
Yeah, so the boys can see. Yeah.
I didn't like that stupid hole in the front. I was like, why?
Yeah,
Because it just made it look all.
It was cool for me
me.
because it was good for me
Easy
to go to the
access.
bathroom. It wasn't protecting your pussy.
No, not at all.
So my download is that I need to get this off my chest. Have you guys ever been in a situation where your stomach said, "Bitch, now is the time"?
Yeah.
So I'm on my way to the show. So I'm like, I'm gonna get dressed early. I'm gonna leave early. I'm gonna be prepared today. So I'm prepared today, and I stop at the liquor store. One liquor store closed. I go to the next liquor store. I'm like, I ain't scared to go to none of these liquor stores. Thank you, Jesus. So I go to the liquor store in the hood, get out, never have a problem. Don't have no problem. I get to the register, child.
Your stomach.
My stomach said, "Bitch, right now." I looked at my watch. It was like 6:07. We was like, we go to the studio at 6:30. I was like, I'm down the street from the house. What do I do? Do I hold my stomach in for the show and put the liquor on top of it, or do I go back home, shit, and wash up? Guess what I did?
Went home,
I went my fat ass home. I shitted and I washed up and I came here.
You had time for all that?
Yes, I had time, because baby, when I tell you, when I got to the toilets, it was that time. You know what?
when I was in high school, I used to be so like ashamed to say like, "Oh, I gotta use the bathroom," or to say I had to go to the bathroom.
Shit.
You know how when you in high school, you were like, "I wasn't in the bathroom." Shit, that wasn't me.
It was
Child, now. If I have to line a seat, I'm going to line a motherfucking seat and handle my business.
like a 3-tier cake.
Yes, and if you are, living in the millennium, you have little things in your bag if you're outside of your home that you should wipe.
Yeah.
Some wipes, they're called dude wipes or just wipes.
Or just
period.
wipes.
So you to get yourself together.
The Huggies
but
brand is cute,
since I was
too.
close to home, I was able to get that towel, some Dove, and wrench it out and get myself together.
Come on, Rain.
Wrench it out.
I think
But it
women.
was good to get yourself together, child.
You-
Woo! I had to get that off my chest. That was my download.
So women.
Hold on.
So
All right.
I just want you to know I'm so mad now. I need to figure out a fucking button with a song or something on it because I just randomly need to be able to press that during my show.
Come on, talk about it. Talk about it.
Just
I need
random.
some background music like her show. Cause,
I know. I like that.
If
I
you
do like
don't
the
know,
background
we have.
music.
Let me just introduce them because they're
Yeah.
going to jump in on their downloads.
Yeah, I
we
love
have
that.
special guests who are part of our podcast family. I'll let them introduce yourself. Ladies first. Ladies first.
It is me, Aziza, a.k.a. Zebo, a.k.a. your favorite fat girl.
Hey, like you know. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yes, thanks for being here. And you, sir?
So it's Joey. I always say that at the beginning of my show. Hey y'all, it's Joey. But it's Joey of Get You a Motherfucking Peace podcast. And you already know, bitch, what's up?
I need these AKAs.
Okay. I don't know if I have any AKAs.
No AKAs.
Yeah, most of the time it's just bitch, I'm Joey, because that's all you
Yeah.
get.
Well,
That's
thanks
it.
for being here, bitch. I'm Joey. So that was my download, child. My stomach said, "Bitch, right now is the time," and I was not gonna come into the studio and have to be pigeon-toed in that stall for nobody.
Oh,
not
my.
during the pandemic. I ain't feel like lying in that seat.
It's funny. I think women are really good at identifying the bathroom where they're safest to do what they need to do.
Women can hold it in longer than men, though.
We get.
I think
I mean,
so.
I
Well, I
guess.
think you can hold boo-boo in. Now, pee, y'all can laugh and y'all pee. Y'all just pissy everywhere.
Yikes.
It's the
Kegels
truth.
are important.
Yes.
Shit, I do them too.
I think I do them if I ain't got just to make sure I ain't got to shit on myself, so I ain't got a boo-boo. I mean, hey, it happens. This is an adult show. We talk about adult things.
Yes, we do.
A sphincter is a muscle as well.
Yes. Everybody needs to work on their sphincter.
Well, isn't your gluteus maximus your largest muscle in your entire body?
It
Them
sure
just the
is.
cheeks. See, bitches,
It sure
they be trying to false flag because they be having fat asses, but baby, that sphincter is still open.
that hole where that boo-boo and stuff come out from.
Okay.
That waist.
That's a whole different
the
situation.
releases.
Yes. You know what? I used to religiously, you think about like, oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. So I was watching Dr. What was her name? Ruth? She was that
That's my
lady. She
girl.
talked about like that.
Yeah.
And so she was like, the ass is like one of the most erogenous zones on your body because
Baby.
like you can have multiple orgasms out of your anus. Not that I'm a bum
Oh,
or
I
anything.
got a question about this.
But
later.
I can say,
Father
no, I'm
God.
not even gonna say that. I'll let
Father God.
I'll let you guys go ahead and do your downloads. That was mine.
Okay.
Go ahead, and do y'all download.
Who's gonna go?
Who's next? Who would like to
I think
download?
I can go.
Go ahead.
It's the music for me.
Oh,
So
thank you.
my download, which is something I want to get off my chest,
Yes,
right?
yes.
If you are caring for elderly people, or even if you're not and you have elderly people in your family, be like very proactive in their health care.
Amen.
It's so much stuff I'm finding out just taking care of my mother right now that I would have had no clue would have correlated. Thyroid issues lead to what looks like dementia and Alzheimer's.
Wow.
And it's really just a matter of like you haven't you know what I'm saying, that they
Your
might have
glands,
thyroid.
yeah.
I found out today that a UTI, like in elderly people, if it gets too bad, will start to mess with their
Are
memory.
you kidding me?
Wow.
I was like, because I have a friend
The things we learn.
who used to work in elderly care, so she was telling me all of this different kind of stuff. So be very, very proactive. Go to the doctor's appointments. Ask all of the questions.
Please.
Yeah, so it's been a journey for the last, year or so, but
that's so motivating because if my mom was here, I think now would be the time I would be so like overprotective of her. Just as an elderly person, she'd probably be like, "Don't be worried about me. I can handle myself." But I think for me, it would be so like, because this is a stressful time. So if you have like elderly family members, I could imagine, if you care, I can imagine you being so extra stressed out. Like not on top of worrying about your health, but worrying about their health, and then you wanting to see them.
right.
Whew.
Yeah, and it's a different ball game too because of COVID, and it's not like so easy to get the proper care. I mean, you know, my grandmother was in a memory care facility because of Alzheimer's, and she caught COVID there, and they didn't even tell us until 2 weeks after she caught it, and she had to be hospitalized.
Oh, wow.
And I know, so it's just
malpractice.
I was going to say that and tell y'all.
yeah.
Somebody gonna catch these hands.
Yeah, I know. That's what we wanted to do.
Breaks
Right.
and
We
shit
we
through the
wanted to
window?
fight.
Okay.
We wanted to fight, right. But
What
it's
if
like
I'm not even going to say
no,
that.
it's they I mean, the fact that you can't just walk up into a place right now allows them to just and for Black people, they give us all kinds of raggedy ass care anyway. I mean,
You see how they do Black women when they have babies.
yeah, and people think we just complaining,
Making that shit up.
but I got a gang of stories about the kind of care, I don't know. I don't want to get into
a lot
that.
of Black women in Milwaukee who I know didn't even have their babies in Milwaukee. They had them like in West Dallas, in Menominee Falls hospitals because of the care. I think that's a really big issue in our community is like the health care, and a lot of our children are born with defects or issues, birth complications because of the lack of concern and care that some of the health care professionals, unfortunately have about
People with our skin colors.
Yeah.
No matter what shade of it is.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, that is it. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's an issue for sure.
That's a beautiful download. Thank you for that.
I think I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it real, like cute, short, and to the point. My download is going to be allow the people that you love and that you are around, allow them to grow, allow them to become the best versions of themselves. I don't even use the word allow at this point. I want to say, and in that process, it's okay for you as a friend to challenge them. But if you are going to challenge them, it needs to be challenging them towards their growth and not trying to bring them back to a certain version of who you thought they were and who they're going to be. I just want to put that out there because that's something that
On your chest.
it's on my chest. 1, 2, it's something that I've been dealing with all of 2020. Is I've been on this big journey of self-reflection and self-growth, trying to become the best version of myself. I'm 32 now. It's just certain shit I can't do or I refuse to do or I just don't care to do now anymore. Yeah, so that's my download.
Child, I'm glad you're getting there at 32 because, honey, at 40, it's a whole different ball game.
Child, I can't wait to turn 40, though. I'm excited.
Me neither. Oh, I cannot wait to turn 40.
I'm 40 for the next 10 years now.
Okay.
I'll be 40 for the next 10 years.
Shauna.
I love that. So that is
It's a little party.
okay. So that download is completely related to what I want to say.
Look at that. Look at God.
And it's related to what we want to talk about today, right?
Okay, well, that's going to be the
Come on,
catalyst to get
segues.
us into
Yes,
our next
it is.
segment.
It's
Let's
gonna
go.
okay. So my download is related to our. So we're coming up to a new year, okay, and we want to know if we really need resolutions in 2021, right? We're talking about that a little bit, but what I want to do is talk about. And I mentioned this in an episode before about intentions, and instead of setting resolutions, which sometimes aren't easy to fulfill, to set intentions, and that if you want to go somewhere, the power of setting intentions helps you get there. So I listed a few examples of the intentions that I thought about adopting for 2021, and I've chosen one. So last time I listed them, but this episode I chose one. All right. So there are a few intentions I'll list, and then I'll tell you how you can fulfill those intentions. The first,
I love you, friend.
You are such an educator. Okay, let's go.
I
Break
know,
it
right?
down.
You can see why my kids are. They like they be looking at me like, "Girl, shut up."
They so dope. They're so grown and so like, yes,
All my kids at school and my kids at home. So my first intention was family. And I think example of setting the intention of family is trying to heal wounded relationships, trying to collect family stories, starting a committee to plan a family reunion would be an example of family. The next intention was self-preservation. And for examples of that, I said, say no more. Say the word no more.
Ooh.
Or...
that deserves a motherfucking hand.
That no?
Sometimes you have to say no.
So
more.
Or sometimes you have to say yes more.
To yourself.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
I
then
say yes to my Lord.
and also a part of self-preservation is also being in tune with certain energies and also having a commitment to physical health. The third intention I want to talk about was growth, and this is the one I chose for 2021 is growth. And growth to me is a commitment to projects that I'm passionate about. Growth is committed to planting seeds that maybe, aren't just immediate seeds, but like maybe in the future they come to fruition. Learning a new skill or seeing new places. And the most important part of growth is embracing change, because I think I've had problems with that. Like when we talked about the working at home, it was hard for me. It was a change that I was not able to adapt to. But I want to embrace change. So that growth is a part of what I want to commit to as my intention for 2021. I have a couple of passion projects that I'm working on that I cannot wait to think about and share with the world. The other intention is introspection, and that's regular meditation, reminders to breathe, soul scribing, slowly writing down thoughts and images and senses, stopping when it becomes overwhelming, but coming back to it later and adding more when you can. This was an idea I got from Resma Minikin. He's really good. I like him. I'll have to share that link with y'all. And then the other intention was self-love, and that's recognizing negative self-speak, calling yourself out on it regularly, taking a risk with vulnerability, like nudity and honesty.
Did you say nudity?
Yeah, y'all. Yeah.
Nudity, getting like comfortable with yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take the pictures too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wrote this, and then Aziza, I heard this on your podcast, so I loved it because it was like confirming all the things that I was thinking about already.
P3 make me feel like a bad bitch. I just want to say
No, I love it. I love it. And so I just wanted to share the things that give intentions power. We just really need to it's something that you can work on. And if you fail, you don't give up. It's something that you work on throughout the year. And this year, for 2021, I'm working on growth. So cheers to that.
Period.
I'll
drink to that.
Shit was so on point.
So that I know that's what we're talking about.
Can we
so,
compile that in some way?
So I'm opening up the floor because I just wanted to put it out there. We can go from there.
When you were saying the things about family, I think that like for me, like my family, most of my family is elsewhere. So I have a lot of family here, but most of my close family is elsewhere. So in those regards, I think my friends can tie into that family part.
Oh, family is family is family.
Family is who you make it.
Kin is
So
blood. Family is
family
choice.
is-
I think. Yeah.
Blood is thicker than water, but water can wash that blood away.
Okay.
That's all I can say. All that I can say.
Shout out to Mary. Mary doing her thing on Power. Shout out to Mary.
Sure is.
I have not watched that.
It's so
good.
good.
I just started watching it, y'all.
Listen.
I'm
Maybe
late.
I
I'm
need
late
to
to the
watch
game. It's so good. She's so good in it. Go on,
I
Mary.
need to watch
Go on,
So
girl.
good. So good. Method Man is good in it too.
Does she sing in it?
No.
Dang.
She played like a badass bitch.
She
though.
sure
like,
is.
Like Mary running shit.
She sure is.
It's very on brand.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
And her wigs is everything too. That's important. The hair got to be right.
It does, especially the laces.
Yeah, and if you're telling a story, like give
The
it to me
laces need to be on
authentic.
point. I think
Wait.
50 Cent is really responsible for making sure everything is put together nicely. But I don't
Yeah.
like his new show on Fox for Life. I don't like that bullshit.
Oh, the one about the guy who's in jail.
Not my attention.
But wait, is
It's too
Mary
sappy.
is Mary in Power or is she in the Ghost?
She's in Power.
It's
book
it's
two.
book 2. So
two.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
Ghost, the
when
Book of Ghost.
Power went off, they got
It's a
like
it's a spin-off.
5 more spin-offs.
Okay, so it's still Power.
It's
okay,
in the
I got it.
in the what they
It's
call
the
it, the
same-
Power Universe.
Okay.
Same
The
character.
multiverse.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Okay.
character.
All right. I'm with it.
Yeah, so I really like that. Download segue into the topic of, making resolutions in 2021. I made a lot of resolutions for 2020, and I did one of them, and that was like to start working out more. Other than that, I forgot what the rest of them were because in March, I got my tooth pulled out, my implant pulled out one time, and then after that, it was like, you can't reschedule your appointment because we're shut down due to COVID. So I'm like, okay, I'll be toothless for the winter. But that's okay.
So if you had to
That's
choose,
okay.
if you had to choose one of the intentions I listed, what would you choose? Family, self-preservation, growth, introspection, or self-love?
Oh, wow.
I want to pick 2.
Oh.
Okay.
You know
I
what?
can't wait to hear.
Can I pick one list?
You guys
of
go
all of them?
first. I'll go last.
Okay, so
because-
my 2 would be growth and self-preservation. I choose growth because everything that I'm working towards, as far as my self-preservation, is working towards my growth. I did a big adult thing this week by starting to communicate with a locator for homes in Texas because I'm serious about moving to Texas.
Okay, you want
in
to buy a home in
2021.
Texas? Oh, okay. You
Not
wanna
yet.
look for a place to stay.
But yeah, like a place to stay. So it's like their houses, townhouses, apartments,
you
all
wanna
that type
move
of
to
stuff.
Texas, child, they're a Republican state.
Just for a couple of years. It's
They
closer
trying
to
get
LA.
Trump in office.
Yeah, it's closer
There's
to
a lot
LA.
of
It's just the
opportunities
opportunity there.
there,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, of course.
And inside of that growth, the self-preservation aspect is just being really, really more cognizant of myself, even more than what I have become now. Just taking the time to just continue to get to know myself and continue to be my cheerleader and continue to really fuck with myself. Because I feel like sometimes that's issues with people. They don't really genuinely fuck with themselves. So they
Don't know
look
how.
for the validation in other spaces. But then when that validation don't come, you upset and you mad. But if you fuck with yourself, you don't have
You
to
don't
really
need validation.
get that
You don't need them
validation.
likes.
Yeah, like everything else would just be like a additive to yourself.
It'll fall into place.
Yeah, so those are my 2.
I like that.
For me, I got to choose self-preservation. I think it. Everything else ties into that.
Yeah.
In order for me to be there for my family, I have to make sure that I'm here. Self-love kind of for me feeds into that self-preservation. I've been on this journey of self-love for the longest. Like, I got to make sure I'm here. I got to make sure my mind is clear. My whole 2020 was really a huge shift in my life. And I spent a lot of time really like out. It was almost like an outer body experience. Like, this was nothing any of us has ever experienced before, but I think I lost a lot of who I thought I was trying to be and gained a whole lot of this is who I should be. And so moving forward in 2021, I really need to come on and hone all of that in and create the woman that I want to be. So
That's really powerful because I think it's important to know that just because you're on you have intentions for one of these things doesn't mean you have to let go of one in order to fulfill the other.
Yeah.
I think if one of my intentions was self-love. That was 2 years ago. And it's taken me like 2 years to like really see some results from trying to be intentional about loving myself. And I'm not letting that go just because I want to grow. I think that's a part of growing is that I'm firm on the self-love and then I can do everything else. So you pointed out an important aspect of the intentions and setting intentions.
And, you know, mine kind of piggybacks off of Aziza's because, like, mine is self-love, but I think it encompasses, like, all the other things that I haven't done with my self-love. Like, I haven't been as close to my family as I want to be. Mm-hmm. What was the other one? The other one?
Family, self-preservation, growth, introspection, and self-love.
And I think, you know, with self-love, you need to be introspective. Mm-hmm. You need to, you know, be able to know when you need to grow. I think my thing about 2020, what it's teaching me is I know when I'm right, and that's okay.
You know when you right, huh?
I know when I'm right, and I know when I'm right, and I know I'm that person. Everybody like, you know you right, you that kind of person. But I want to be the person that understands that it's okay to be wrong. Because sometimes we have problems with saying we're sorry or saying that we did the wrong thing. Maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. I was being lazy. I was being, you know, I was being an asshole that day. And I think sometimes we need to really take responsibility of those asshole moments that we have. And sometimes in certain situations, I was being an asshole. And I think sometimes when you can really get into your retrospectiveness and understand when you were wrong and see your flaws in it, what other people did doesn't even matter. Their faults does not even matter because it's how you reacted to the situation. And I think that's where I'm at. Like I said last show, I'm in the processing phase. I'm really trying to figure out exactly what's going on, where I want to be, what I want to do. It's so many things that's coming at us. And I think during this time in COVID, you know, being in this COVID culture, going through this, you know, everybody's reinventing themselves during Corona. I don't want to be that person that is like, clicheing myself to say I'm going to do this. I just want it to happen naturally, and I want it to be something that I'm doing consciously, and I want it to be something that is done and it's like a genuine impact. So it's not like I'm going into arguments and trying to be right anymore. I just want to be happy. So if me saying sorry and me being wrong is going to make the situation better, then I'm just going to do that because I don't want to have to be in certain situations or be in a room of people and I'm not able to speak to everybody there.
Yeah.
Because some of those people that I didn't speak to or that I probably could have spoken to probably won't be here. If they catch COVID, you know what I mean? And if you think of it like that, like this is a disease, this is not a disease, this is a virus that everyone is susceptible to.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter your sexual identity, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your financial standing. Everybody can be susceptible to it. So I think when you think of it like that, everything else, including like buying Christmas gifts, seems so passe. It seems so mediocre. It seems so like blizzy blase.
Yeah,
like,
it puts things in context for sure.
Christmas came up too quick, honestly.
It's not even real right now.
I used to be like watching Christmas movies. I don't even feel like watching that shit right now.
I'm not a Christmas girl at all.
Yeah, I have my years. I have my years where I'm like all about it.
Yeah,
you know, and then this year's not the one. I don't want
to put up a tree. I just put up like decorations. I don't even want to. Like I told my boyfriend, and this was so serious. I did not want anything for Christmas because it is stressful to have to buy somebody else something, to think about making,
because there's an obligation at that point.
Yeah. It's not even the money concept, it's just the stress of it all. Like if you are so stressed out around the time that you're supposed to be the happiest, is that really what it's about?
Can we accept that that's the thing though? Do you think it's possible that we can all accept it as a culture, that Christmas doesn't need to be a thing?
I think for some people, I was speaking about this with somebody yesterday, and feel free to jump in. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I was just saying, like, to me, I'm looking at Christmas, and this could be just my sheltered aspect of it. Like, I never was wondering, like, oh, am I going to get what I want for Christmas? I already knew what I was going to get because that's what I wanted, or I was going to be surprised with something. So I was fortunate to have those things. So for me now, Christmas is not about, like, gifts anymore. It's not about, like, I just want my family to be alive.
Yeah.
I just want my friends to be alive. I don't give a fuck about some shoes that I got Christmas gifts last year. I'm saying for real.
That you ain't even.
That I haven't even had the opportunity to wear because of COVID. And it just puts stuff into your mentality like, I got this shit I can't even wear no more. Or I'm not even probably going to be able to wear because I'm not going into the office. I'm working from home. So where am I going to wear this stuff to? I can't go here because COVID rules. So it's like, it's all bullshit. It's all spending your money on bullshit.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
it's possible that people are anticipating a boom next year. I mean, I've been reading a lot
I
about
think so.
that we're going to be going into like the next roaring 20s next year. Have y'all heard about this? That we're going to be like, because, you know, people have been locked up
yeah.
and like they're going to just be going crazy, and businesses are going to boom and social life is going to boom when we're able to get the numbers down to a level
if they
that
wanted
people
to roar, they need to offer folks more than $600 for an entire year.
Okay.
Because Canada alone, Canada has offered their citizens $2,000 a month. On top of them working, if they're still working through COVID, they get 2 racks a month.
Yeah.
That could pay someone's rent and bills alone.
Yeah, universal basic income is
My
a
only
good
problem
idea.
with that is, what were you saying, Aziza? I'm sorry.
No, I was just agreeing about the universal income that one of the presidential candidates a while back.
Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang.
He had talked about that.
And he's on Biden's cabinet, by the way.
Yeah.
Praise
Wait,
the
yeah,
Lord.
and Buttigieg
Buttigieg,
too.
yep.
Yes.
We gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're going to be fine.
gonna be
I ain't worried.
Yeah, I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
But on that note, to whoever's watching, whoever's going to hear this, what you also have to understand with politics, just because we have a new president in office, you still have to give him an opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, he
to
has to
do
go through
work.
Congress.
He has to
first,
go through
and
Congress.
Congress is Republican right now.
Yeah.
If y'all don't understand
Who
how
won in
bills
Georgia?
happen,
Who won in Georgia?
Not yet. It's still I think they're
runoff
still
happened,
early
yeah.
voting.
Yeah.
Right
If you
now,
are
yeah.
listening or watching
Georgia.
in Georgia, please
get y'all asses out there and do what the
vote
fuck y'all
blue.
need to do.
Please vote blue.
You don't need what's her name? Stacey
Karen.
Abrams going to the Jeezy. What was the versus Jeezy and
Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
Gucci
Versus,
Mane?
yeah.
She went all
Stopping
on
that.
there at the
Did
beginning.
she?
Yes.
But can we give her some flowers? Because no shade, in my opinion, I feel Stacey Abrams is responsible for the
Yes,
outcome of this election
absolutely.
in a lot of ways.
Oh yes, Stacey Abrams. I like her
Absolutely.
dress, so she wins for those.
Okay.
Absolutely. But I wonder if the folks that watching Jeezy versus Jeezy and what else Gucci Mane
Gucci
versus, if they gonna be the ones showing up. I hope so.
I think
they
they were the
are.
ones who
They're the
showed
ones
up
who
for
showed up.
Biden. Shit.
Yeah.
I honestly
I
think
hope
this
so.
time people were like, okay, y'all want us to vote. We really want our votes to be heard, so we're gonna get out here and we're gonna make a change. We're gonna try it, and people really see that their vote counted this time. Even Trump, when he gave us that 3.5 million, thank you, Trump, to see that Biden had 178 additional votes that were uncounted here in Wisconsin. Stupid ass. I hope that money trickles down to me.
That was no
Some way,
shade.
shape, form, or fashion.
That was no shade to the hip hop community, by the way.
At
Oh,
all.
no shade.
At all.
No shade at all.
At all.
I really think it's important, and I feel like some people just dismiss voting very easily.
Yes.
I don't want to call it any certain type of demographic, but
And something I heard today that I want to really stop before it goes any further is that, Trump gave us $1,200 and Biden giving us $600. No, this is Trump's administration that is still
Giving
handing
us
out the
$600.
$600. Biden hasn't given us anything.
Biden's not in office
He's not
yet.
in office. He's just president-elect. So when you guys get that stimulus, know that it was from the Trump administration. Biden didn't give us anything. Not tooting Trump's horn because, hey, we need that $600 a month.
I'll take that $600.
I'll take
will
it.
too,
I'll
shit.
definitely take
I'll
it.
do something with it.
I'm going to be investing it into stock.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you
invest
something.
in
I'll tell you
implants.
some good ones later. Okay.
Yes.
You said in implants?
In implant. Well, some teeth implants.
Oh.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, there's some good companies out there.
And some. Well, if they give me $1,200, whatever I get, I'm going to invest it properly. I'm not going to spend it on some Jordans that everybody was fighting to get last week.
Child, they
Did
was
you get
upset.
the Jordans? Baby, they was driving all over the Midwest to get some
The
Jordans.
girls were mad.
Calling their people in the South. Did them Jordans come out? I'm like, look, y'all be real hype for these Jordans. Where you gonna wear them to? You gonna wear the Jordans to the grocery store and catch COVID? The
And,
fuck?
Like, I don't understand the concept of paying $175 or more for a pair of sneakers. I
Yeah.
can get a couple of outfits.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, if you got it, I don't see a problem with
Oh,
spending
yeah,
your
go
money
ahead. Do your
however
stuff.
you want to. I would say that why don't we, as black people, instead of spending all this money on these shoes, all these boys who are so creative in their styles and in their creativities, why don't you design your own fucking
Shoes, yeah.
Every
Yeah.
month, why don't you just, if you got so much bag to spend, get some one-of-a-kind creative shoes. That, to me, would be shitting.
It's actually a young man. I don't
Here.
even know if his store is still here,
I
but
wonder,
he's
yeah.
upstairs.
He
and he does
still
like
does,
the
yeah.
custom design on shoes
Custom,
and stuff like that.
yes.
None above.
or just make your shoes yourself. There's a website you can go on and make your own sneakers and just make that your own and just be so dope. Because if everybody got them Jordans, everybody walking around looking the same, we all dressed in uniform.
Well, do Jordans appreciate and value the way like purses do?
Some people, if you don't wear them, some people have sold their Jordans for a lot of money.
Okay.
Especially if they're like
I'm not
rare.
a sneakerhead. So are we like sneaker shaming?
No, because that's why I asked the question, because if they appreciate and value, then they might be a good investment.
No, because I currently have some Jordans on my feet now, but the only reason I purchased them is because they were on sale.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 pairs. One of them was a gift, and the other one was on sale.
Well, I think Yeezys are the ones that sell.
You ain't gonna ever catch me. No shade, Kanye, but all them shoes look like
Kanye.
dust mites, and I'm not about to walk around with a dust mite on my shoe.
People so much for these shoes. That makes no sense.
Because he doesn't care about black. He
He
cares
don't give
about
a-
green. Okay,
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's what he cares
That
about.
motherfucker do not care.
You see, they're living separate lives now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they're still
They was
together, but they're living
lives
separate
when they
lives.
got
Right,
together,
that just
'cause
broke
Kanye like his
the
booty
news.
played in.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say it.
Ooh.
You said it.
Ooh.
As LaToya Jackson last song.
Kanye like his Mookie played.
Not
in,
Blanket
okay?
Jackson.
That was before you. So every download and delete, we like to do menu questions.
Are we
with
doing?
our
Are we
guests.
not talking about anything with their?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna go into it. At
Oh,
the
yeah,
end.
let's go.
We're gonna get to
Okay.
express what their shows are about. We're gonna do our menu questions.
You want to do them first?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Fine.
Shauna's
Let's go.
gonna go first. We have a regular, medium, hot, and extra spicy questions that we go through
Oh,
every
okay.
episode. So don't be
Okay.
shy. Which I know you guys aren't. I listen to your podcast.
I tell all of my business
All my
all
business.
the time.
I have just some questions.
It's extremely therapeutic, though.
It is. Express
It is.
yourself.
Yeah, I love it. All right, you want me to start? Okay.
Ladies first.
Okay. So for my rate, I like to do this thing where I give people a choice. I love it for some reason.
The teacher in you.
Yeah. So sometimes it's the one's got to go, and this is similar.
Okay.
But I want to know what quality in a new love interest is a non-negotiable. So I'm going to give you 2 choices for each bullet point, and you choose one that is a non-negotiable. Let's see, how should I say this? You should choose one that like you just can't deal with. All right,
Okay.
or that you would prefer over. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
So if you had a new love interest, and I want you to choose between the 2. Cigarette smoker or bedwetter? Which one is a non-negotiable?
Bedwetter.
Bedwetter is non-negotiable. Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll take the cigarette smoker. Okay, the next one, married.
Hold
or-
on, Aziza got an answer.
Oh, okay. So we're not going one at a time. Okay,
I
fine.
can do the cigarette. Ugh.
Okay.
I can do the. Yeah, you
yeah.
can't pee on me.
Okay.
Or in my bed.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
My
No
whole
pee.
Fucking new mattress.
What about
Right.
you?
Cigarettes.
Okay.
Hands down.
Cigarettes is a non-negotiable.
No, peeing in my bed is
It's a non-negotiable.
Okay, so
I'll accept
okay.
the cigarette.
Unless you have like a continuity problem and I know
yeah.
about it,
Got it.
and you can wear Depends or something like that, and we've talked about it.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
that's
choosing the
only time.
non-negotiable, and the non-negotiable is bedwetting. Okay, so
Yes,
I'm going to give you all the
because
choices. You're going to choose the
I know
non-negotiable.
I've heard of some stories
Where guys have hooked up with some people and they have peed in their bed. So imagine you going out.
having a one night stand and somebody done peed in your bed. I would be pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
You done peed in my bed. I gotta
No.
throw this damn mattress out.
No pun
Mattresses are
intended.
expensive,
Expensive as
shit.
fuck.
Okay.
Yes.
Thousands.
Okay, and ain't nobody sleeping with no rubber sheets these
No
days.
pissy ass mattress, and that stink. That make your whole house stink.
what?
A pissy mattress. Oh,
Grown folks don't drink enough water anyway.
Oh, don't get me started.
Now I'm itching in the middle of the night. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I think I peed on myself and shit.
I got wingworm. Oh, you done peed in my bed. Oh, girl.
Pissed is the word.
That'll be okay.
Okay.
if you smoke a cigarette in this bitch. I can air that out.
I can air that out.
But if you
Malarkey.
pee,
Boil that fabuloso on the stove, baby.
if you piss
Oh,
in my
what?
bed,
What does that do?
oh, fabuloso will clean your house
Listen.
out,
Smells
friend.
delicious.
It'd be real fragrant.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
I like
coverall.
that.
Yes,
Okay.
it's all purpose. It'll
But
clean
you
it.
still got to clean up. 'cause
Oh, you
you
still
know,
got to clean
Yeah.
it.
you know, some people think you can just boil the fabuloso.
No.
And it
And
was
like
gonna-
no floor
It
is
still smell like
sticky.
roaches and fabuloso in your shit, bitch.
You just put a little fruity on top of that.
Dirty ghetto house.
On top of the piss.
Yes.
Do y'all know that smell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You can
I-
smell when somebody got roaches.
32
You can
hours it
smell
is.
It smell hot.
Well, anybody got time for
It
that?
smell like hot and it smell like roach.
Yes, I know.
It has a smell.
Okay, let me get to my second one.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh,
Go for it.
ooh, ooh. Okay, non-negotiable. Married or incarcerated?
Oh shit! I've never been in. Well,
Married-
let me not lie.
Hold on. What's the choices for married or incarcerated?
So what's the non-negotiable?
Oh,
Incarcerated.
I would
Okay.
say married. Married.
I like attention. I'm a Libra and I'm
I
a
like
hopeless
love after
romantic.
lockup, so you could be incarcerated. What y'all say?
We're Libras and we're
The
hopeless
attention is a
romantics,
thing.
and the intention is a really important thing for a Libra. And you being incarcerated, I'd rather deal
What if
with the
you're
married man.
falsely incarcerated though, like millions of Americans
I
are.
understand that, however, the selfish side of my Libra is like, well, when you getting out?
Like,
Oh, you ain't getting out tomorrow?
I'm gonna move on.
Well, damn,
And then
I'm
you
sorry,
just
this ain't
hit me
gonna
when you
work.
out.
This is not gonna work, babe.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, let's see.
The
Okay, next one. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Aziza.
so on one hand, I agree with you, right? But me growing up, I'm like, okay, no more
No
married
married
men.
man. Yeah.
Child.
Accidents.
No,
Or-
but you
no,
know they don't care.
They don't.
They don't. They don't.
They
Like,
will. They will go on forever.
And
They
it was
will.
a point in time where I didn't care either.
I
But then,
did
I
too.
had to grow up and be like, you know what?
Is that a self-worth issue?
I don't know. It could just be like, it could be you feeling like a bad bitch because when I did it, I was in college and I messed with this guy. This is on AOL time. Ooh, this is such a long ago. This is on AOL.
What's your
Messenger.
aim?
Right. And I was in college. And
ASL.
I met him when I was in college, and I came back here and I had him, but I walked through his living room, and when I saw his like family portraits and stuff,
You felt bad?
with his wife on the way out, I felt so bad. But walking into it, it was a thrill. It was like, oh, I'm messing with this straight married man. Even though in my head, I'm like, oh, he gay. He just,
You know, that's a
I'm
thing in the
messing around
community.
with him. It was like it felt good, but I was young. But now that I look at it, I know him still, and he's divorced from his wife, and he's living his gay life. So I think I could have been the catalyst to help him, move on and be his happy self. But I think my karma has definitely paid me back for it.
Karma done kicked my ass.
A couple times.
Okay.
I think my karma has definitely got me back for that.
But speaking to your self-worth thing, I think when I look back, it was self-worth, but at the time, it was just the thrill.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, no, because I deserve a full relationship. I deserve all of your attention too.
Right.
So I don't want to deal with a married
Yeah.
person.
I only
because
side with that because I'm in a happy relationship, happy, healthy relationship. But if I'm ever not even gonna speak about getting out this relationship because I think it's gonna be forever, baby.
And that's just that on that.
But if I were, I think I wouldn't want to be in another. Let me not speak that into existence. It would take some time before I would want to get into another relationship because of all the self-processing you have to do within yourself to be in a relationship, and all the things that you have to like. What's the word I'm looking for when you both have to compromise? The compromisation of it all is a motherfucker, especially in quarantine.
Yeah.
A lot of couples have broken up in quarantine.
Okay.
I
They
think
waiting.
my
They
relationship
waiting.
has gotten closer during quarantine. Like I love my man so much more because I know he got my back.
Yeah, there's
like,
probably a lot of that too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think if he was a girl, he'd probably be pregnant by now
Woo.
during quarantine.
Both of y'all be pregnant then, I guess.
No.
Okay, I got 3 more.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. This
This
is
is
so.
a regular question?
I know, right?
Okay. No, go for it.
Okay. So the third one, this is so horrible. Dumb or broke? What's the non-negotiable?
Oh, listen here. I would say dumb.
I can't do dumb.
I can't do dumb.
Dumb is so dumb.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to agree because like I don't want to have like conversation with you and what are we talking about? Like,
right.
or you
Conversation
only
is
have
so
one-sided type of conversations.
Yes. Or you don't know when to shut the fuck up.
That's a problem,
Oh
too.
my gosh.
You talking about nothing and you keep talking, bitch. Shut up.
Get to the point. Oh
And
my goodness.
it's no point.
Or when they wrong, but they insist they right.
Yes. Oh my god. That shit is so
Because if you got a broke nigga with the right initiative,
NIGGA.
that broke NIGGA can be a boss.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So I can't deal with the dumb. I'll take the broke.
I've had some friends who have been very broke, but have been very knowledgeable. and taught me some things that have
It's a
helped
different
me out.
hustle.
It's a whole different hustle.
Okay.
How broke are we talking? Like, you know, no
We're
income.
talking about 10 City, bro. No read on 10 City.
Just like broke by your standards.
Yeah,
like, what is
like,
that? You know?
Working at McDonald's, no tea and no shade.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what
I
real
wouldn't even think
standards
that
are
was like,
broke.
if you hustling and you working at McDonald's, as long as you got a job, you contributing something. You pay my phone bill, all right, we good.
Because I'll admit, I felt like I've been broke all my life.
Shit, I live
Okay.
check to check every day.
Every time.
Okay.
But I am now learning how to properly manage my money.
Yes.
So.
Still working, but broke, right?
Yeah.
Still
Talked
making
about
money,
that a
but
long
broke,
time
right?
ago. I'm
right.
15 years old in regards to having to manage my money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a 15-year-old managing their money, and God is with me.
Yeah, a lot of us haven't had those lessons. So,
No.
yeah, we get
Some of us
we get a
weren't.
pass.
Some of us weren't attributed to that. You said you had one more.
I got two more.
Okay,
Okay,
go ahead.
so bad temper or awful in bed? Everybody's like,
Bad. What? That's like a non-negotiable. No,
Which one
bad
is
in
the-
bad.
Bad in bed is
Bad
the
in
non-negotiable.
bed.
Oh, bad in
the
bed is non-negotiable?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had too much
okay.
Good sex.
mediocre sex.
Oh, I said I've had
'Cause
too
I-
much good sex to have bad sex.
Yeah, I don't want no bad sex. Oh, bad sex will wear you out.
I don't even
Okay.
want the people attached to me to have bad sex. I feel like it's bad energy.
No, I like good sex.
Okay, last one. Has several children or hates their family.
Has
Hates their
several
family.
children.
The non-negotiables. Okay,
No.
Okay.
non-negotiable.
Okay, what's the extent of them hating their family?
Yeah.
I was going to say, as us as gay men, like a lot of people's families have
Oh, interesting.
denied them
Interesting.
or said they didn't want anything to do with them.
Mm.
Or so to
But
me,
then-
I would say,
And two, in that regard too, like I tell the people I'm associated with, my friends all the time, like my situation when it comes to like me coming out and having a relationship with my family has been a lot different. I get a lot of support.
oh, mine has too.
Yeah, you know, from
I've
my
never had to
family.
come out, so I've just been Tyler.
Coming out is a lot. I think that
That is
shouldn't
a
be
white
a thing.
thing. I don't think black people just come
'Cause
out.
straight
Your
people don't
families
come out.
already know. Exactly. I said that last show. Like straight people ain't going to be like, "Hi, mom."
You know, I'm a
straight.
heterosexual.
You know, me and Billy are fucking.
What do you know?
No,
I'm
I
a
don't tell
straight
you.
individual. Like, come on, that. And
I don't like to talk. I wouldn't even if my mother, if she was alive, you know, I wouldn't even want to talk to her about my sex life. That's not something we talked about. I guess because she was from the South. That's not a.
Nah.
We didn't have that kind of
Me and
relationship. That
I'm
was
not
my
telling
mom, that was my
Carmela
baby.
about what I'm taking down.
Right? No. Some people do have those kind of relationships with their parents that they can talk about sex, but I wouldn't want that. I like my mother. She was my mother. I went to her for motherly things, and I had friends. I had a gay mother who I went to for gay motherly things, and that's who I talked about sex and stuff with. Yeah.
Okay, that's my regular question.
Your regular question
That was
was
kind of
deep,
spicy,
girl.
wasn't it? Okay.
It was.
I know I had to make up for last week.
Well, I got these little questions here, but I'll save them for another time or later. But my questions that I wrote down, and this is just a regular question.
Oh shit.
Okay, this is just a regular question. Name a black celebrity that you think has damaged the culture. Juicy, got him crazy, got him crazy. Name a black celebrity or a minority celebrity that you feel has damaged the culture.
I'm gonna have people come for me.
Well, you can say a celebrity. You can say whomever you
You can go
want
for it
to.
because I'm still thinking.
This is a podcast. You're allowed to express your. You're allowed to express your opinion. You're allowed to express your opinion no matter what you say.
Future.
Future. Why you say future?
Not even just like. Not
That's
his
okay. I
music,
mean,
but the way that.
The baby mama shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not that it hasn't been a thing. He's not doing anything that NIGGAs have not
you
been
can say
doing.
niggas. I just like to say
Okay.
NIGGAs.
But like Future really highlighted that toxicity. And people embrace it more instead of having to really look at themselves and realize like these behaviors are not acceptable. It's just like I'm toxic and going about your
Don't
business.
accept it because I got money.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's
still
gonna be. I forget her last name all the time, but I call her Candace Coon.
Oh, Candace Owens.
Yeah.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a fan of hers this year.
Really?
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh,
really.
look at this black conservative over here.
I'm not conservative by any means, but some of the stuff she says makes plenty of sense. If you think about it and listen to some of the stuff. Look, I'm not a Candace Owens fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I've recently enjoyed some of the things that she says because she speaks to things that are so taboo to black people that they probably don't understand. Now, Candace Owens is a motherfucking asshole.
Yes.
Let me start by saying that. But some of the topics that she speaks about, like having a two-family income household, has been destroyed by the Democrats. I can believe
we should
that.
explore some of the things that she's talking
some of the
about.
things
Nah,
that she
yeah, I will
said
say that,
instead of
yeah.
just, you know, she's not anti-black. She's so pro-black that she is so looked at like, oh, you're not for black people, because we can't understand where she's coming from. But I think if you take the time to understand where she's coming from, you may like her. Because I used to couldn't stand her.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I listened to her with this...
and I'll admit, I don't give her a fair opportunity.
And I didn't either. And I had to watch a complete interview with her. And I think it was with her and T.I.
Okay.
And that's when I started liking her, because what she was saying...
Oh, he's problematic
he couldn't
too.
say anything,
Yeah, right.
he couldn't say anything in rebut to what she was saying, because she was making so much sense. And she had the actual figures and facts to back it up. So...
Okay.
You know, we don't like people. I'm sorry. We don't like people when they tell us things we don't want to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No.
you're right.
White people don't like that shit.
You're right. I was trying to think of someone that we wouldn't automatically off the bat think about, but the two that come to mind, first, Tory Lanez. Second,
Protect black women.
Yep.
Come on.
Tory Lanez.
I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Support and protect black women.
Yep. Tory Lanez is one. And
Black women and all women.
And all women. Yes.
Yeah. And the second one is related to this, but Terry Crews. He was just out of order this year.
Oh, yeah, with the whole
Yeah.
AGT thing with Gabrielle. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the two that I'm thinking about. But I bet I'm going to go home and think like, nah, so-and-so, Kanye, or a lot of other people.
That's who I was
more
going to say. I was going to say Kanye was so problematic for running for president during his time.
He's already looking towards a run again in 2024.
And that's so... This man is... First of all, this man is going through a major depression.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying anything is wrong with depression, because I got reeled out by saying that people with mental health issues shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Oh.
They let me have it with that. I'm like, well, how? I just had to ask the question, but
This is your forum. It's your opinion.
I think Kanye West has really destroyed a lot of people's chances or even opportunities to understand of what's going on right now in our political society. I think with his antics with running for president, I think it interfered. Thank God it didn't, cause a major divide, but I think it could have.
Mm-hmm.
If Kanye wouldn't have been known as this crazy person, I think if Kanye would have been Jay-Z, it would have been a whole different...
Yeah.
It would have been a whole
Outcome.
different outcome.
Yeah.
I think so. I think Kanye has done the most in 2020 to divide for the black culture. I think he's done horrible.
That's a good choice.
It's my opinion. Shauna, medium question. Your go.
Okay, so has anyone in this room watched Lovecraft Country yet?
I think we all have.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So this question is related to that.
Ooh.
So, like Ruby Baptiste, if you had a choice to wake up either a member of the
you
opposite...
shit it.
First of all, friend, we are friends because my questions were...
You shit it. That's a key question.
Girl, go ahead.
If you had the choice to wake up either a member of the opposite sex or a member of a different race, which one would you choose and what would you do?
Opposite sex.
I know why.
I want a pussy.
Oh, you
I
be
just wanna
letting them
see-
boys do you dog.
Run me down.
Oh,
I just want to experience it for like a day.
I say it all the time. If I had a V, I would not be broke.
At all.
I'm just
You do
saying.
say that.
I just think,
Yeah,
if
but-
I had a vagina, I
Very
would
much.
never be broke. But then my sister be like, "Shit, you don't know what come with that.
Right.
You got to think about
Like
that."
just like Ruby
Facts.
Baptiste.
Yeah. But it would definitely be the opposite sex and
Opposite
just for
sex.
sexual purposes.
Okay.
Same. I want
You
a
wanna be a
penis.
man?
I want a penis.
Girl. Well, look, I don't want no vagina, so I don't know. I am happy with my pinnacle.
I'm probably gonna be a whore for the entire time. Just taking
You just be
shit
fucking
down.
shit, just
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, because I already
Dudes
feel
can
like
be
if I was a
hoes.
girl, I would have
Dudes
babies.
can be hoes so much more than girls
Plural.
can.
I would never want to be anything other than black, though.
Why is it so acceptable for dudes to be hoes more so than girls?
Don't get
That's
me
a whole
started.
sexism thing.
But that's in the straight community. In the gay community, they don't want you to be hoes, but then they want to sexualize you. It's a whole thing. Child, don't get me started.
Shit.
Ooh.
Gay people love to be hoes.
We do, but then
You a hoe in the gay community, that means you a bad bitch.
but then when it comes to dating, they like, well, you know he a hoe.
Right.
Girl, bitch, you a hoe
Until you try
too.
to settle down. Like, you just a quiet hoe. You just nice nasty. You still nasty.
But yeah,
I think I would be,
I never want to be a woman. I love women. I love all the women in my life.
You want to be Korean.
I probably am Korean. But no, I am Choctaw Indian and African American. Which tribe in Africa, I don't know. But I probably ain't even African American child. My great grandmother was a Choctaw Indian. I got that news after our last show. My cousin was like, well, I talked to my aunt. Well, I talked to our auntie. And
See, they did that
yeah,
census
they
instead of
did
that little
census.
spit test.
But anyway, I think I would wake up and I think I'd be a white person. And I only say that because you see how my vernacular is changing?
yeah.
what's it called?
Code switcher.
switch.
Code switching.
Code switching.
Only because,
Because then you'd be able to talk white.
but my name is already Tyler, so it gets me in the
Yeah.
door already.
My ghetto ass name, they be like,
I would want to be a
let's
white
look at this
person,
nigga's application again.
His name's Joseph Streeter.
Like, what kind of shit
He's
is that?
African American. Oh, her name's Shauna. Oh, she's a black girl.
Yeah, they don't.
Aziza. Oh, she's a black girl. You know, there's a lot of white girls named Bianca though.
Oh, yeah. Heather.
And Keisha.
Jessica.
There's a lot of white girls named Keisha.
My white name
I
was
met
is
a
Jessica.
white girl named Charmaine. I said, what
What?
the fuck was your mama doing? I'm talking about Charmaine.
She's
Have
cultured.
black
Legal. I
friends.
said,
So
Yeah.
she's cultured.
Yeah.
and she lived on 14th and Burleigh too. So
Oh.
Oh, does she
I
have
already
some
know
black
it's
kids?
I already know what type of white girl she
did,
is.
yeah.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
I seen a white
no,
girl.
see, you
I
don't
seen a
know.
white girl today with fat ass lashes and lemonade braids. I said,
Our girl
yeah.
Monica on our episode, was it 2? She got all black kids, and you may think she is a code switcher, but she's not. She's a lawyer, and she's a white woman.
She just like to be injected by black penis.
But she just, she was raised on 38th and Valete.
I think so.
Oh, so
Something
she was
like that.
exposed
So
to.
she's just like, that's, she like hip hop, but she not like a code switcher. She just like her.
Yeah.
We'll have her.
I appreciate white people like that.
Me too. Thank you for just being you.
Okay, then what's your medium question?
My medium question. I'm going to do these questions after that. So this is for some fun stuff. Okay, I'll ask this question as my medium question. Have you ever talked dirty to yourself while masturbating?
All the time.
I have not.
no.
You a bad bitch.
I ain't got no man, so shit, I gotta take care of myself.
Ain't nothing
either.
wrong with that.
What we're talking to yourself like, oh, this feel good. Like, how do you talk to yourself and
No.
masturbate?
It's just more
Is
of
that
like,
crazy when you talk to yourself as long as your answer back?
No, I talk to myself pretty often.
While masturbating?
No, not just in general.
Oh, okay.
while masturbating is more like self uplifting speak. It's not necessarily, oh yeah, do that feel good? It's more like in my mind, I'm affirming myself.
Saying what though?
Like you're, oh my God, your body's perfect.
You
Like,
saying this stuff while you masturbating?
You manifesting some stuff.
I have never masturbated and was like, oh, you doing a good job.
no, like I'm for real in the headspace of really like trying to like in every aspect make sure that my mental is on point.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum, honey.
Yeah.
But that's just very obtuse to me. Maybe I need to. So just what's one thing you say
Oh, I compliment my body and all of that to myself
while you're masturbating?
while I'm masturbating.
That's that self-love right there.
Do you ladies do that thing too?
No. Wait, talk to ourselves?
Like compliment yourself while you're masturbating?
No.
We don't. We have a hard women. I don't know. I shouldn't speak for all women, but it's like a laborious to even acknowledge yourself as anything but.
There.
Yeah, it's hard for. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Do Do you need a refill?
Oh no, I still got some of the strong cocktail. I gotta sip this one.
Got some. Oh, I'm gone. I'm gone with that one. It's gone too.
I gotta sip
Do you
this
need a
one.
refill?
But I would like a little Verdi in the Saint Germain. I want to try that.
Certainly, hand me that cup. Shauna, it's your time for your your spicy question.
Okay, so my spicy question is, I feel like I know the answer to this already,
go
but
for it.
which is better, New Year's Eve or day sex or birthday sex? Which is better?
Day 6 or birthday.
Yeah, like New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or birthday.
Okay, probably New Year's Day. And I'll say New Year's Day because New Year's Eve, I'm probably trashed.
Right.
And my birthday, I'm definitely trashed. And I don't like drunk sex. Like sloppy drunk sex, that's no fun. Nobody remembers
I don't
it.
like sloppy drunk sex, but I do like.
No,
drunk.
I like high.
I like tipsy sex.
I like high sex. Let's both smoke a couple of blunts and get our life.
I'm probably gonna go with birthday sex.
Oh, birthday
Because-
sex. Birthday. It's
New
still
Year's
expected on
Eve.
your birthday, though, right?
I don't know. Well,
I never have sex
It's
on my
like
birthday.
telegraphed on your birthday. Like, okay, we're gonna go out to eat. Then we're gonna see y'all girls can do that shit. Go out to eat and then get fucked.
No.
Playboys ain't playing like that.
Yeah, because see, now the whole day has been about me, and I get
Yes.
all of your attention.
That's what I was
on
thinking.
New Year's Eve, I'm partying. It might be 5 in the morning. I'm
Right.
tired. So,
Right.
So, do
You're
y'all
right.
believe in that myth that you have to kiss somebody on New Year's Eve?
No.
You don't?
No.
If I had a man,
right.
Yeah.
I would kiss the person I'm with.
yeah.
Right.
So everybody's single except me, right?
Right.
Very single.
Very.
Do you guys
Single.
want relationships?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
No, I don't know about that.
Shauna's
I don't know if I want a
divorced,
relationship.
so
I don't know.
yeah. So I can. She's like, nah, no. I don't want no daddy around.
I was married for 13 years.
shit.
I'm okay. I'm straight.
Shit.
I think for me, I want to be in a relationship because for so long, because I am naturally a sexual person, automatically I would use sex as leverage for the attention of men. Like, oh, I'm going to keep giving you sex to keep you around and keep you present. And that was a part in the time
Can
where
I just say, when you're in a relationship, sex is going to get passe, and it is going to not be about sex.
and that's the thing too. As
At
I've gotten
first,
older,
it'll be about good sex and y'all fucking all the time. But when y'all get to that good part, when y'all in a relationship and y'all happy with each other, y'all know what to expect from each other.
just lay here.
Sex is gonna be the last. Just lay here is gonna be the last thing. Because listen, let me tell you, and I so appreciate my boyfriend.
We're both Taurus. His birthday is 7 days apart from mine. He can be in the room doing his thing. I can be doing my thing.
But he's there.
But he's there, and we're comfortable.
That's what I
with
want.
that, and it's okay. I would not, and I think, and it's okay. Like we do watch some TV together and have some, us time. But I thank God he respects his quality time, and I respect mine. We don't like the same TV shows, so we don't have to compromise.
What's your love language?
What do you mean?
So there's different love languages.
I've never understood the question, the love language. So please teach me.
Acts
some
of
shit.
service.
Yeah, mine's is
Okay.
acts of service. So I'm the type where I don't need gifts. I don't need you to
Words of affirmation.
like actually like touch me or like affirm me verbally because I'm gonna affirm myself verbally.
Okay.
I don't need you to do that. But if, say, for instance, hypothetically, there's some stuff I need to get done for the podcast and I got to work and stuff like that. And if you go do that stuff for the podcast, oh my God, I didn't even ask you to do that. Thank you so much. For me,
No.
that shows me that you love me.
No, because my boyfriend is a creative himself. He's a singer, so and he's very particular. And artists are particular about their shit. You know, you do your art, so you'll be particular. I can't even say this waistband need a little blue over here. You know, you feel a certain way. So I think we're allowed the diversity within our own arts. I think my love language is be there when I need you. and know that you're always wanted.
That's acts of
Quality
service,
time,
quality
active
time.
service. Yeah.
I think that's it, because it's not about, I'm not a TV like, you see those cute couples on Instagram with they matching pajamas and
I
stuff.
hate that shit.
That shit is so fake.
It's
to
so
me, because
trashy.
if you look at those people, like, that relationship shit is not real. Like, real couples, and I only say this, and I'm not modeling anything after my parents' relationship, but my stepfather and my mother's relationship, my stepfather, they would come home, say their highs and goodbyes. He would go in his man cave in the basement. She would go in her room, in her, suite, and do her thing. And it wasn't like a big thing. And I think that's the mentality I have. Like, we don't have to be together all the time for us to say that we're a unit. I'm not fucking with nobody else. You not fucking with nobody else. But we don't have to be up under each other all the time. We don't have to be so cliche. We don't have to be so what everybody else is doing in order for us to love each other, because I think our love is genuine, and I don't want to mock it after somebody else's. And I only say that if I were single again, why I would stay single is because single people want relationships so bad. And that's the only thing they go after, and that's the daily quest to get into a relationship. But when you get in a relationship, you will lose a little bit of yourself. You can't say certain things. There are certain things you can't do. There are certain attractions you can't have anymore.
You're not living for yourself anymore.
Yeah, there are certain sexual desires you cannot have anymore. There are certain just things that you can't do that you can do when you're in a relationship. I mean, that when you're single. When you're single, you can have a different sex partner every other night. You can travel when you want to. You can go where you want to without explanation. When you're in a relationship, you have to explain those things. So it's taking a lot of yourself. So I caution you guys to say, fall in love with yourself. Have a relationship with yourself. Take yourself out. Date yourself.
Yeah, I'm not looking for it. I don't want it to just happen.
To look for a relationship.
And that's
your relationship is probably out there already.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've come to realize is, like, one, I realized a bunch of people don't know how to date no matter how old you are. Yeah. I've been like, for whatever reason, I was on this, like, let me go find out
it's
from
our
this
generation.
person. Yeah, but like
the millennials, baby,
we don't know how to do it. And then, like you said, we want a relationship for the sake of a relationship. And then when we get that relationship, it's like, okay, well, what is the next step? Like, are we getting married? Are we having kids? No. And it's like, you don't even get to enjoy the moment because you are so far ahead in the future. And it's like, you lose all of that. So while I do want to be in a relationship, I'm not so miserably single that I'm going to jump into anything.
Yeah.
Girl, I think a lot of people are miserably single out there. I see Facebook statuses, I see tweets, I see Instagram posts, I see Snapchats just about people being so lonely and wanting a relationship. And I think it's probably during cuffing season. Like
no, it's no wonder people feel like that everything on television is related to a relationship. The Real Housewives of this, they the wives of somebody, or what's the wives? Okay, what about
the
Bachelorette or the
single? I think that needs to be a reality show, Sexy and Single, and like flirting.
No, that would never be. That would never be because people like the drama that comes with relationships, and people want to see women coupled because they think that is our role.
But I think
so that's just a natural fit. For,
I think that people, we have this skewed perception that we're all supposed to be we're all supposed to be in a relationship or married or doing something because that's what society says. But who the fuck is society? Society is so unhappy.
And men probably get the same pressure. I don't want to say it's just women.
Yeah, I think people that rush into relationships and stuff that with the wrong person are just so unhappy. Like they hate that person. Like I listen to a lot of crime dramas every day, and 9 times out of 10 it's the husband that killed the wife or the wife that killed the husband. And they've been together for so long.
It was this documentary on Netflix about this white man that killed his wife and then tried to act like he didn't do it. It was so good.
And I just, if you love somebody and you have been inside of somebody to make children, I cannot understand
you want to kill this person now? Like,
And most of the time they killed the wife and the kids.
and the kids.
Psychopath.
So I'm like, that's the kind of relationship you want? That's not the model I want to. That's not what I'm exampled after. I don't want that. That's not,
That's
I
a
don't
psychopath.
know. I don't want anything to be what everybody else expects it to be.
Right.
Because then I don't want to be a cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a shape.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That was my mouth. Was that your question?
Yeah,
or
that was
mine?
my hot. So now you're
Oh.
on hot.
Child, you done got us riled up with this.
Sorry.
No,
Okay.
you all right. Let
That
me
was
ask
good.
my hot.
Thank you.
It was good.
I know my questions last week were like womp womp, so I had to come with it this week.
Okay.
My hot question is, what's the last thing that was inside of you?
Oh Lord. Lord.
Mine was the doctor's finger when I got my prostate exam. Or the towel when I clean my mookie out. You got to go inside, guys. I heard a lot of straight men do not like to clean their mookies right, ladies. Is that true? Have you experienced some stanky booty men in y'all beds?
Not in my bed.
No.
But I did I realized that a lot of guys don't think that you have to spread the cheeks.
Oh my gosh, straight
And I'm
men, you
like,
have to
what
spread.
the
You got to
fuck?
spread them. You got to
Like, why
get
would
in
you
the
do-
hole.
I've heard
In
that
the
a lot.
sphincter.
I've heard that a lot.
Like,
That
why
straight
would you
men do
do
not
that?
think they have to wash in between the cracks.
Sir, after you shit, there's still shit there.
Like if you gonna wipe your shit, you might as well wipe your ass to make sure it's clean, right?
And if you're uncircumcised.
oh my
Please
God.
make sure you get the schmegma.
That is some catnip city, honey. If
I
you are
haven't-
uncircumcised.
My grandmother used to call it duck butter.
Oh.
Turtleneck. Turtleneck.
Pull that
leg.
thing back, please.
Oh no.
Pull that thing back.
I don't want to, we're not going to uncircumcised shame.
No,
No.
I like it uncut. As long as it's clean.
Some people like
Please
uncut.
just be clean.
Just speaking.
Just
Oh,
What was the last thing inside of you?
Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna cheat because I had to have a pap smear recently, so it was one of those little nasty ass metal
Thing that's
things where they crank it.
It's a cranker?
It was really.
What does it do? Open you guys up?
yeah.
that
Yeah.
is
Oh,
weird.
what? My God, I'm so glad
So
I don't
that
have
the
a
doctors
vagina.
can see in there.
So it was very recently, and
So you
I'm
just
still
sitting there
traumatized.
yeah.
It's so traumatizing.
It's
always
such a
traumatizing.
awkward
Invasive.
feel.
Dude, okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
this is a question because I had saw like back in the day. I don't know if it was a TikTok video or a girl on Facebook or something, but she was like essentially saying like she had went to the doctor. The doctor didn't tell her that she was getting ready to have a pap smear,
Oh.
so she was upset because she was like, "Damn, my pussy not pap ready. Like I ain't shaved it.
Ooh,
I didn't pre-lube. I didn't pre-lube it because
they're
they're."
lube before a pap smear.
Because she was saying, because sometimes the doctors can be a little bit rough when they
Oh, no,
doing
the
they
doctor done
stuff.
physically assaulted you at that point.
Yeah, I have a woman doctor, and she's pretty chill.
Gentle.
But
My gynecologists are all gay men.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All my obstetricians
them.
have been gay men.
I've never heard of a gay guy though.
Oh, I have for sure. My obstetrician was the man who delivered my son was a gay man. Yeah, but I don't know how you could not be ready. I mean, it's like there are all these requirements. Like you can't just walk in there and like be on your period and all. I don't know how she wouldn't know. That must have been for the.
She was upset because she kept saying, she said, he even tell me my pussy wasn't pap ready.
Oh,
I don't think my doctor ain't never cared. I done went in there legs ashy as hell.
Okay, hairy, ashy.
Sir, do what you need to do so I can go.
Mismatched socks. He don't care. He just be like, bloop.
Oh,
Looks good in there. Everything looks normal. Let me.
because they try to get it over with quick.
The part
Yeah.
that gets me is the insert and then the push down on the uterus.
Oh,
Because I'm like,
Okay, wait. Explain.
so they, in addition to looking and swabbing, they need to feel. So the
Oh,
doctor
my.
will like
yeah.
insert fingers up. I'm talking knuckles deep in there,
Yeah.
and then they push down on your uterus because they want to feel what's going on.
Yeah.
First
it's a
of all,
lot.
I thought the prostate exam was gonna hurt because I haven't been inserted since 03. So when she did it, I was like, oh, I felt so obtuse. But she was like, oh, it's not gonna be nothing. Guys, go get your prostate exam.
Please.
It does not hurt. I am somebody who's just nothing comes in. It's all exit back there. But trust me, get your prostate exam. It does not hurt one red bit. You just definitely feel like you just got off a grinder date afterwards. You feel very ooky afterwards.
I will say,
I'm
sir.
like, did she give me a wipe to wipe all this damn lube off my ass?
Yeah.
Gross.
So that's your answer? Is
Yeah,
okay.
that was the last
The
time.
fingers.
Okay.
Joey, what was the last thing that was inside of you?
It wasn't
Did
a
you answer
penis.
this question?
I did not.
It wasn't a penis. That would have been a couple of days ago.
Oh, so that was the last thing inside of you?
No, a towel as well.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm one of the.
All right,
I
you
get
gotta
up in
get
there.
up in there and clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a penis.
All right.
Oh my.
But the penis that was inside of me was great.
All right. Great penis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caught me.
Shauna, your extra spicy question.
Okay.
Oh, it's extra spicy?
Yeah,
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the last
Oh.
one.
This
Actually,
is our
y'all.
last one.
y'all
You guys are
almost
doing
through it.
good.
Okay.
You're very good. Okay, so I had an extra spicy question that I thought was cute.
Okay.
But one of my friends sent me this question at the last minute.
Oh, y'all sending questions in?
Yes. So I thought this was a funny question, and I think it's even funnier how I answered it. But the question was, here's a straight people question. Do they like their asses getting eaten?
I actually just had this conversation last night. One of my friends, it was his birthday, and he had like a little lingerie type of kickback. And I was talking to his female cousin, and she was telling me how she just got into, eating
her man
ass.
out?
Yeah.
A lot of females are doing that now.
So I had to, of course, explain a couple of things to her and let her know, like, girl, if you're going to eat it like this.
Or make sure he's wiped between
And
it.
and that thing too, make sure that all of that is handled. But then I asked her, I'm like, so do you enjoy it as well? And she was like, well, if you eat my pussy, you might as well eat my ass.
I don't know about that.
I don't enjoy it.
You don't enjoy getting
You
your
don't like
pussy
your
in
ass
your
ate?
Oh no.
I said, hold up. Don't put that out there.
Come eat this pussy.
Please.
But you don't like getting your ass ate?
No, maybe I just haven't had it done
Bitch,
well.
let me tell you something.
So if a guy is wet you up down there and he's just like eating you so good, it doesn't feel good for him to go to like the next hole?
No.
Oh.
No.
Shiana?
You don't like it either?
No.
Listen.
Just the head?
We already got the
Focus on
whole
the clit.
situation right there.
Yeah,
Like, we
y'all
don't
get
need
wet.
no
Well,
other.
supposedly get wet already. So
Yeah,
it's
I don't think there
already
needs to
messy
be
down there.
any other additional things happening.
I love women, but vagina is the most unattractive feature I have
It
Oh,
really
Lord.
is.
ever seen in my
It is.
life.
What?
Penises are so much more beautiful
It's just
aesthetically than
Especially a
vaginas.
nice
I do not like
large.
the way
I don't
the
know.
flower vagina looks. And some people like the way the vagina looks. I just don't.
I don't.
Yeah, I think it's got
They're
to be a
interesting.
thing. It's got to
Some
be your
guys
thing.
do though. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Like
They
a
do.
pretty
Yeah, they
pussy.
do.
What is that? Because
Like,
I
have
don't see
seen-
it.
I have seen like pornos where like this guy is just like sucking this woman pussy, and I'm like, why are you sucking her pussy? It's disgusting.
Oh my God.
It's like so disgusting.
But to answer your question, I thoroughly enjoy it.
I don't.
I love it. Actually, like, no lie.
I like doing it. I don't like having it done.
I like
I'm a
both.
pleaser. I'm not. I don't like to.
Eat
I
this
don't like
ass.
to be. I like to be pleased, but it's rarely. I'm a pleaser more so than a pleasee.
No, do your
So
stuff.
it
I ain't
sounds
gonna
like
stop
this is
you.
like a gender lines thing. Like women are like,
No, there's a lot of women who eat ass
Like
and
to
like
eat
eating
their
ass.
man's
I
and-
know.
ass, which I don't understand because a lot of these men don't like to wash between their ass.
I
So
mean,
I
when
don't
you in the
understand
heat
how
of
these women-
passion,
a
you just
bad
do
bitch,
what you
gonna
do.
suck that dick
See,
in.
women,
Right, you
if
just
you
do
don't
what you
eat the
do.
ass, make sure y'all take a shower and then you
I can get as low
sensually.
as the gooch.
Yeah,
but,
it's called a jasmine.
Okay, a jasmine.
What's the jasmine?
The tank,
The tank.
Oh.
Yeah.
the part between the balls and the booty is called the jasmine. That's what I called it, the jasmine.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's jazzy down there. It can get a little jazzy down there, you know. Your balls and stuff can be clean, but that tank area if
Could
you
be a
ain't-
fool.
It could be a little jazzy
fool.
if you ain't cleaned yourself properly. So,
Yeah.
sure, was that your extra spicy?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Did everybody answer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I ain't got no. My questions. Y'all answer anything.
We're very vagrant.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Right?
We're very vagrant.
I see. Okay.
I need everybody to get their phones, if you don't have them out already, and Google the word Blumpkin and tell me if you'd ever give one or receive a Blumpkin.
How do you spell that?
Blumpkin is BLUMPKIN. Blumpkin.
Blumpkin drink is what comes up. Blumpkin catcher.
No.
Just Blumpkin? Okay.
Look in the Urban Dictionary.
Should I read it?
Please, if you found it. What's
Yeah.
a Blumpkin?
A Blumpkin refers to the delicate art of giving someone a blowjob, which means sucking and licking their genitals while they sit on the toilet and do a poo.
No.
It's a mysterious. It's a mystery.
No, that is not real.
No,
Blumpkin.
no,
No, that is not real.
You would never give your husband a Blumpkin?
hell no.
Y'all in love. Look, you got to do everything for your husband
Fuck.
before the next bitch do.
That ain't.
So you would
I don't
give
want
your
that type of love.
husband a Blumpkin?
I don't want that type of love.
Toxic love.
Okay, it's toxic
You
as
don't
shit.
need that kind
No,
of
it's
love.
toxic waste and shit. I'm out.
What if you be like, baby, I'm sitting on the toilet, come suck my, I want my Blumpkin.
Nigga, you better
Nah, I'm
get
good.
to pulling and tugging on that
Ladies,
motherfucking
if
dick.
if you want to keep your man, give him a Blumpkin.
Don't put that out there. Don't-
Give your man a Blumpkin for
It's
Christmas.
the thought,
No.
like, bro, you stink, and the sound.
He gonna flush and use his dude wipe.
Oh, that's gross. Is that supposed to be like a double sensation or something?
I guess.
No, that's
The-
going to be a
no
no for
shade.
me,
What
dog.
No shade. No shade. To keep it a buck,
What?
if that man wants you to suck his dick while he's shitting, he might as well throw a dick up there,
Throw a dick where?
up his ass.
He shouldn't though.
I'm
There's
just,
stuff
I'm
coming
just,
out.
I'm
The
just saying
pleasure in the anus.
it's a sphincter.
Oh. Shauna, why you looking at me?
It's a
We
sphincter.
talked about these sphincters earlier.
Yes.
It's a sphincter. So the same sensation will be the same with something exiting that it would be entering.
So you guys are anti-Blumpkin?
I have
Anti.
never. I am clutching my pearls right now.
Peg, like
Blumpkin.
pegging, right?
That's gonna be my.
You said
I
that's
would
pagan?
rather do that than a Blumpkin.
You would fuck a man with a dildo?
Yes.
Oh, I would want to
Pegging?
watch it.
Yes.
Girl, you want to watch it? I do not like straight porn.
I love straight porn.
You
I don't
guys
like
have-
gay porn.
You guys have made it through our review questions. We just have. Since this is a crossover show, I wanted to just ask some random ass questions just to have fun.
All right.
Have you ever told a vulgar joke during sex?
Yes.
Do you guys like to be called bitches during sex? Like if a guy is fucking you really good, he's like, yeah, bitch, just some good pussy.
You can call me whatever you want to.
For real,
during
like,
sex.
yeah, you black bitch. You like that?
Whoa.
I think there's a line. Don't say wherever.
You're right. There is a line.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like, yeah,
nigga.
fucking this pussy black bitch. You don't want him to
You
say
turn
that.
around like, well, nigga, you got a little aggressive.
right.
You okay, man?
Like, you ain't finna call me no
you
fag.
mad
Like,
at?
yeah, give me this dick fag. Like, hold on.
Now I'm gonna have to kick your ass.
This not from UK. This ain't no cigarette.
Right. Right. Who are you? mad?
Shauna, would you like your man to call you a bitch in bed?
I think I would act like I ain't hear that shit.
Like being quiet. Like, keep on rocking.
This motherfucker got one more time.
Have you ever been skinny dipping?
Yes.
No.
No.
That sounds
said
fun,
yes.
though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That sounds fun.
But it wasn't a pool. It was a hot tub. My cousins a couple years ago.
Time machine.
A couple years ago for Easter, all of like the cousins in the same age group, we got a big ass cabin.
And y'all jumped in the
No, not together.
cousin?
I woke up in the morning like super early
By yourself.
by myself and just got in the hot
Yourself.
tub. It was very therapeutic. And then it was kind of cold outside. We was in the mountains, so I had the view and shit.
The polar bear thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
I would
sounds
never do the
nice.
polar plunge.
I know somebody who did the polar plunge. My friend did it, and I don't think
I
would
would
ever
do it, maybe.
You would?
Maybe.
I don't think that's what
It's just it just
Cold is not my
reads
thing.
fluorescent
we
beige.
like to be cold.
Have you ever shaved off your pubic hair?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I had to
Itches
yesterday.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I love waxing. Shout
My
out
underwear
to
was
Wax is
Cameron.
revealing,
way
so I had
better.
to.
Oh,
I need to get a Brazilian though.
I can't
Reminds
wait.
me.
So you were at a party and you were showing your underwear area.
It was a lingerie party, so
You guys are grown.
it was revealing. So I wanted to make sure everything was manicured properly.
what's it called when you don't get a Brazilian, but you just get like
Shape up, align up.
No, it's called something.
It's a
right?
bikini. So you can get
Just
like a
the-
bikini.
Because the
a Brazilian
bikini is just the
Yeah.
your girl.
Okay, so it's
but
bikini.
The Brazilian is
Brazilian
from the rooter to the tutor,
Okay, I thought there was another word for it when it's just
That
not
shit itch when
Brazilian.
it grow back, baby.
like a motherfucker.
Think
Oh
you
no,
got
no,
the
no!
crabs.
When you get a wax,
The wax, it don't
not
really
as
itch like
bad
that.
I've
as
had a
shaving.
sugar before, and I've shaved, and each time they itch.
I don't like sugaring.
I don't like.
What's
I would never
that?
try that again. Well, they put the sugar and honey, and then they rub it over your pubic area, and it just takes it up.
It's like
you know.
I call it a natural nair.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
that.
okay, no.
You don't want any
Just go
sugar
on
near
and
your
snatch.
pubes,
Because
do
it's
you?
natural. It's all natural.
Yeah, but sugar don't go
Baby,
with.
it bumped the fuck up so much
Yeah.
afterwards.
I won't
I know
put
you
no
were
sugar
pissed.
down there.
I was at St. Mike. Y'all remember St. Michael's? I was at St. Michael's. Sir, I don't remember shit.
Over there on Miller.
Yep, over there. Over there. That's why I went after I got sugar.
Oh,
you
St.
got it.
Michael.
Oh, that was the place. That was the
Aw.
Have you ever spied on a friend who was changing clothes?
No,
No.
that's
No,
creepy.
that's
I don't
so
find any of my
creepy.
friends
I have
sexy.
seen
They're
my
so
friends
creepy.
naked though, because we did modeling. So
Yeah. I
change
don't-
clothes.
Once you've seen one dick, you've seen them all, in my opinion.
To me, like, my friends are family, so once you're family to me, I don't find you attractive like that. Like, I look at you like, ugh.
Yeah.
Have you ever moaned someone?
Yes.
Probably when I was younger.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
probably when I was younger. I'm sure. Yeah,
have?
yeah. When your booty's still smooth.
Have you ever visited a bathhouse?
Yes.
No.
I've never participated in any sexual
Which
acts
one
in
did
a
you go to in
bathhouse.
Chicago?
I have been to Midtown Spa here
Oh,
What's
before
a
they
and
closed
bathhouse?
down.
before they close down.
A bathhouse is like a gym for gay people
They go to fuck.
that they go to have sex at and work out.
You can rent a
You can rent a
room.
room.
Oh, I didn't know
You
that.
have to take your clothes off.
You have to walk around naked
In a
and
towel.
stuff. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh, that's-
disease.
that's
corona
new to me.
infection.
It's just a lot, and I be nervous in situations like that because I've been in like a group sex type of setting, but not no bathhouse,
This
baby.
is a question I really thought to ask during the Me and You question, but I wanted to ask: is it okay for one of your friends to date an ex of yours from 5 years ago?
No,
You guys were in love and you
Yeah,
broke
no.
up.
No.
It's not okay for your friend to date
There's
your
too
ex.
many people in the world. Like,
it's too
why?
many people in the world.
What if
One,
they fall in love?
they shouldn't be falling in love, so we're not going to give that any consideration.
I don't. That's too awkward.
It's in my opinion, it's a line
Yeah.
that's they're drawing in the sand at that point. You're showing me that you're not loyal to me, regardless of everything that we've been through as
What if
friends.
you don't even speak to this person anymore?
Still,
Why do you talk to
why
me?
are you talking to them?
You're still my friend.
And especially
I'm
if
not
you
defended. I'm just asking.
no,
Yeah.
especially if you were my friend while I was in this situation.
Yeah, yeah. Because they might only
That's
know them
mixing.
because of you.
Yeah.
You know?
So you would be heard of somebody that was dating Cal?
I would,
One of your friends.
I mean, I would keep it moving.
Like, what's her name?
I'd
Damn,
keep
I
it-
forgot. Sheila. What is Sheila?
Oh, Lord.
Nah, that's just
Hey,
her.
Sheila.
Hey, Sheila. Girl. I love you. I know you got a boo, Sheila. So what if Sheila was dating Cal? Would you be okay?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody I knew that I was friends with before dated my ex-husband, Cal. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But
I'm sorry if I
it'd be
mentioned
like,
his name.
yikes.
He was cool as hell. So.
Well, yeah, lots of people know him, but it'd be strange.
That friendship or y'all relationship?
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, it'd be strange.
Bitch, we might as well wrap this friendship on up in a bow because, bitch,
Oh,
again,
yeah.
you at that point, you've drawn a line in the
Is
sand.
that
Yeah.
maturity though?
See,
I feel like, in my opinion,
Because
it's
y'all
maturity.
not together no more. Y'all
Yeah.
had y'all experiences and
It's
y'all find out that
so
y'all
bad,
don't
yeah.
work. But what if that person is right for your friend?
My friend
just
shouldn't
want
be
your friend to be
entertaining.
Yeah,
happy.
they shouldn't
Go
even be
find a
considering
carbon
Go
that.
find,
copy
yeah.
of that person.
You
but
shouldn't
not
be
this
entertaining
one.
anybody that I've dealt with.
Yeah.
just
Especially
playing devil's
okay, so
advocate.
Oh yeah, I know.
if I've had to go through an entire healing process because the way it
Yeah.
ended was very, very
Yeah.
traumatic, and you were a part of my healing process.
Because I've
Why
been.
are you even talking to
Yeah,
him?
I've been in that situation. It's not fun.
Yeah.
And then now, even if I'm to a point where I'm over it, right? Now I don't talk to him because
You can't because you'll go back down that path.
exactly. And now you show up and hey, this is my boo who was your.
And I'm triggered at this point.
Oh,
we might have to fight.
not a whole fist fight.
And I'm gay, so I don't even want to fight my friend. I want to fight this bitch because this bitch already know.
Okay, this is my last question I wanted to ask since we have two straight women. Well, let me not say that since we have two women on the show, and two gay guys. Do you guys think it's okay to call your gay friends girls and gay guys? Do we think it's okay to call our friends bitches? You guys go.
In my opinion, it's all about the relationship. You have to, have those conversations to make sure that things are okay, because as people, we go through the motion and we don't take the time to have conversation about things. And then we're in the dark like, oh, well, bitch, I didn't know you were going to be offended by that because you never had the fucking conversation. So after having those conversations, and if, it's okay, I say go for it. Me personally, it's a term of endearment.
I just asked the question because I had a really close friend ask me, was like, it's okay, I say girl, right? And I was like, girl is a figure of speech. I'm like, I'm a whole man.
Yeah, and like I'll have female friends that'll be like, girl, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, stop apologizing.
Yes, I hate that.
Stop apologizing.
I do that to straight men. Like if I'm really into a story, girl, like shit, my bad. But like you said, it's relationship based.
It's a figure of speech, I think.
Yeah.
And bitch is a term of endearment. If I don't call you bitch and you my friend, I don't love
girls
you.
I wouldn't feel comfortable calling a bitch though. Like I don't know, it'd be like certain like
I don't call my female friends bitch.
Like my sister, like all my friends love my sister, but if one of them call her a bitch, I'll be like,
whoa there.
Sister, bitch?
I don't do bitch.
I don't know.
I might say bitch like bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like the precursor to my story. But I don't know. That was never a thing for me. It's not like I'm offended or you know what I'm saying. It just that never happened.
It's more bitch comma
me.
with you.
Right.
I just want to say, like, when girls meet a gay boy, not every gay boy wants to be called a girl.
Yeah.
Not every woman wants to be called a bitch. So I think communication is very important to ask that question because it's very misconstrued a lot of times. And especially like when I meet a lot of straight women, they'll be like, girl, and not that I get offended, but I'm like,
nope, you didn't know me like that.
We don't have that relationship.
What if I was offended by that?
Yeah.
What if I was,
I think we put on this lens, and now this is a whole other. But we put as black men, women, we put on this lens of what we think gay men are.
Yes,
and we don't accept.
Hey,
anything.
girl, Miss Thing, like that's not all gay people.
Hey, sis, I have a penis.
Right.
Like we take on this, and I don't. Excuse me if this is we take on this gay persona.
Yeah.
Like we rev up, we spice up, and it's like you don't even know if that's. Like, why are you doing that, first of all? Because that's not your personality. And you don't know this person
and they don't fully
enough.
Understand where it comes from.
Exactly.
Not all gay men are the same. Some like to be called girl, some like to be called bitch, and some just don't.
Well, I learned a lot about gender working at a school that had a lot of students who were transgender.
Alliance School?
Yes, I did. I worked at Alliance for 2 years.
I went to Alliance.
Yeah.
I didn't graduate from Alliance, but I would have been in the first graduating class.
Yeah.
But I went back to Bayview.
I was a teacher there for 2 years before.
Shout out to Alliance High School.
Yes, shout out to Alliance. I still
Are they still
have.
around?
Oh, absolutely.
Are they?
Absolutely.
Were they inside of MEC at one point?
Yes,
that's when I went.
Yeah, they were at
MEC.
MEC. Now they're at it's the Lampum Community Center. So it's like right in between Roosevelt and Elm Creative Arts School.
Oh yeah.
So that's where they are now. Yep,
It's
Metro.
used to be Metro.
Yep, it was Metro, and it was Lampum a long time ago. But I learned a lot about gender when I worked there because there were transgender students there, and then you start to understand the essence of a person when you understand transgender people, and you understand how to talk about the kind of language you use with people, and so you become a lot more aware of the language you use when you are around people who want you to be mindful of your language about gender. So I am mindful of that, and I do say like, "Oh, is it okay if I say that?" And sometimes I just know it's okay, but sometimes I'm aware of that to ask if it's okay.
I think we should get in the practice too of being comfortable with asking pronouns.
Yeah.
This is my thing with pronouns. Where the fuck did this come from? Where did this pronoun, like when I was in the 90s, early 2000s, pronouns are pronouns. Like I think people are being more socially, politically correct.
Ooh, that's a whole show.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show about that, especially like the transgender phenomenon, because a lot of people are. I'm transgender because I want to be transgender, but
that's a different show.
That's a different show.
Yes.
But pronouns have become a phenomenon now. Like everybody's he, she, him on their titles, or they, them. What about just calling you who you are? What's your name?
I like it because sometimes in the midst of conversation we will misgender a trans person.
True.
And I think too, having some time working in the field that I was working in has kind of conditioned me to it. And then in 3, I just don't want to be on the side of the misgendering. Like I don't want to be the person that does it. So I just try to be cognizant of, even in the conversation, I'll ask, what are your pronouns? Because you could be presenting in female clothing, but you could very well identify as a man. It's a social construct, child. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot
to people, and it's even confusing to me as a gay man. We're going to do a show about transgender.
Yeah, we'll talk
moving
about that
into the new year, but it's a whole process.
It's processing,
and I think transgender people are going through a phase of processing, and because I know I know a person who was a she, her, hers, and now they want to be called a he, him, his. So I think we have to be very cognizant of, are people jumping on trends?
That too, yeah.
Are you being authentically who you are? Are you really going through that process? Because a lot of people are fake flawed and are jumping on the gay bandwagon. Like, gay is the new black. Oh, you're gay? Okay, you're cool now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like...
That's
so
because
taboo.
media has monetized.
Yeah, that's capitalism.
Well,
Yeah.
shit, can I get my money in the form of
Listen,
reparations?
I've been gay for a long time. Where the check?
I can't say it has gotten me in a couple of doors.
No shade.
Yeah,
Actually, it's gotta be
gay
every
people got a
job.
lot.
It's
got that.
got me in my
cash.
recent job.
It's gotten me a lot of jobs. I can honestly say that. Well, first of all, my name being Tyler Hadley. Whole government, look at me up. Ain't shit on my record. Please try to take my credit, because it ain't shit. It ain't shit on there. You can add that credit score.
No, don't take mine because I'm working on it.
Okay.
Me too. Please don't take mine. Well, now is the section where we like to delete and get something off of our chest. Our beautiful guest, Aziza, Joey, you guys delete first. What are you deleting? What are you taking away with you from download and delete?
I am deleting relationships that don't, like, intimate relationships without the intimacy.
Because you can be intimate and also inconsistent at the same time.
Oh, I don't think you can have no intimacy without no inconsistency.
I need the full intimacy on all of the levels.
You got to have somebody to sweat you before they get to sweat you, right? Sweat out your hair, right? Right? Don't you need to be sweaty before you let somebody rock your shop?
Yeah, I mean, it's right now. It's like so just social media has made it so that people think they know you before they actually try to have to get to know you. So it fast tracks everything. But yeah, I need the intimacy. So I'm deleting all relationships, all situationships, sexuationships without intimacy. I'm not taking that into 2021. I can't.
Love it.
Wow.
All right.
Mine is going to be speaking to growth again.
That was deep, man.
Go off. But I'll be speaking to growth again. I'm deleting relationships that don't allow, me to grow. And in that process, also respecting the fact that we all human. I got to respect where you are, respect where I'm at. That's what I'm deleting.
Yes.
Should I go?
Yeah, of course. I'd love for you to go.
So for my delete, I wanted to take away the two things that our guests say in their own podcast: get you a piece and pretty plus size and powerful. So
shout out to them.
Yes, shout out to them. And in the Get You a Piece podcast, the question usually is, what what's your beat, which means like what you got going on,
We
how's
do our
life.
Okay. Yes. What's your beat?
Yeah. So what's my beat today?
What's your beat? Oh shit. What's your beat?
Okay. Well, my beat is trying to take it easy, cruise out the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to like get in touch with my creative side. I'm going to start like making like some kind of art. I was making quilts before. I want to get back into that because it's just like really therapeutic. I remember like, I feel like around this time, I don't know if it was this time, but remember when it got like really cold, like polar vortex, when people was like throwing water in the air and it was turning into
freezing.
snow.
Yeah.
So I started.
I was in jail during a polar vortex.
Yeah, it's
Not the
crazy.
jail,
Polar-
child.
Yeah, I had got.
It's called Paris, child. We
No,
say Paris.
I was in jail, and the only reason I was there so long is because of the polar vortex.
Oh, it was awful.
Everything was shut down, and they said, "Bitch, you got to stay here until they warm up outside."
Oh hell no.
It was awful. So I started like to stay sane. I started like piecing together fabric, and that's like a tradition for the amongst the Black women in my family. And I was just like really channeling their energy and their creative energy, and I'm doing that. And I'm going to start that.
Are you a
again.
hand stitcher or?
I hand stitched my
You have a
pieces,
sewing machine, though,
but
too,
I
right?
also like when I do the other parts, I use the machine for when it gets like to be a big massive thing. So I'm going to start that.
That's
while
patience.
It is, and it's just like love, and whoever I give it to, I want them to feel that from me. So that's my beat. And then for my vibe,
Hey, pretty
my
fun.
vibe is a statement or something like that. That like, what is it supposed to demonstrate? Like how we're feeling for this week or what?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
for this
exactly.
week. Okay, so this is what my vibe is this week. So
love you, Shauna.
So my vibe for this week is this piece right here. It says, "We were raised by women who know the difference between liquid and dry measurement, who value their butter and beauty in pounds, the amount of flour by feeling, who brew the bones of fowls to observe memories of our mothers' tongues and learn the flavors of truth to sense things unseen. Take the scraps and feast your eyes. Teach your soul to speak when your voice is too low to be heard through cotton and air."
That was good. That
Get
was
it
good.
all.
Okay.
You said it deep, too.
I felt the emotion emoting from your voice.
Thank you. That's what I'm deleting this week. Thank you to our guest.
Yes, wonderful. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
My delete this week is just deleting before honestly this COVID transition, I think since like September, has been very trying for me in regards to even starting a podcast, people supporting me, having friends who like, what are you doing? You're doing a podcast? Like, okay, you're my friend. You're supposed to know that. But even like taken away from that, something somebody said to me that I saw somebody say, and I'm not going to say who it is, but even if people don't support what you're doing, keep doing it because that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And eventually everything that you're supposed to get will be yours. And I always say this, but it's making more sense to me moving into 2021. What God has for you is only for you.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
And not a walking, living, breathing man can take it from you. So it's very, 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 very important that you always remain to be you. Be who you are and stay steadfast in that. And
right.
for me, it's acknowledging that I'm not always right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with being wrong because I can learn from being wrong.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And that's what it is.
That's right.
So we also like to end our shows with speaking about what we have going on. So we do have 2 crossover podcasters in the house. We want you to tell us a little bit about your podcast, what we can expect, when we can hear you guys, and what you got going on. Ladies first.
Thanks.
Of course.
So I am one half of. We're actually rebranding.
New
Pretty
name?
Plus Size and Powerful Podcast. We want to have the brand continuity. It was previously Keeping It Cute with P3, but we are now going to be Pretty Plus Size and Powerful Podcast.
I see that.
We are actually an organization that was started after we met each other doing plus size modeling. And in the midst of this body positivity movement, this was our contribution to that in Milwaukee.
I like that.
We talk about everything. We found really, really early on that body positivity is not just for plus size women.
No.
It is for slim women. Mm-hmm. It is for men. It is literally for everybody. And then on our show, we literally talk about everything. We met Joey. He came on as a guest.
Mm-hmm. The LGBT takeover.
Yes. And we allowed them to, really take over the show.
Dive into all our lifestyles.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more so like, what they wanted to, what he wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. So we kind of we try to open it up and use our platform to give a voice to everyone. So from our perspective, most of what we talk about is about Black women, fat Black women, and then women in general. We talk about everything from relationships to how to properly wash your ass. Literally.
Amen. You put bleach in your bath water?
Oh, Lord.
Bleach in my bath water?
Have you ever done it before?
No.
I have.
Vinegar?
I put bleach in my bath water before.
I just heard about this
I
on the way over
I have
here.
a friend who is plus size. And she said she always put bleach in her bath water.
I don't know about
Another
that.
thing, because you're not even plus size to me. You a thick girl. Black people... First of all, let me stop saying.
Is that a
people.
pH balance thing?
I was going to say that's...
Might be a little.
Minority people have a different connotation when it comes to plus size because people are paying for your shape. Let me just say that. Trust me.
No shade.
They're paying for them curves.
But so we every week we do a motivational quote. We do our vibe of the week. We have a section we call "Don't Let This Fluffy Shit Fool You" because every now and then somebody got us fucked up and we kind of just gotta let them know. Yeah. But we always turn it around and end on a positive note with a segment called "Keeping It Cute," where we acknowledge anybody from the community or anywhere. It could be celebrity, local, that's doing something good, and then we end with the "I am" statement, which is a motivational self-affirmation.
So dope. Aw, thank you.
And baby,
Yes.
the shenanigans that go over at Get You a Piece, it's a lot. But last week we just had our season 1 finale, which is crazy.
Season 1 finale.
It's nuts. It's nuts. 18 episodes down.
Yes.
And January 9th, season 2 starts. We just recently rebranded. And just a heads up, I will be going forward just on my own doing Get You a Piece. Okay. Shit happens. We don't have no hard feelings towards Richard. We gonna continue to support Richard. But again, when you see Get You a Piece, you're gonna see me. My thoughts, my vision, all of that. New vibes. That's the theme for season 2. It's new vibes. Get You a Piece podcast. We're also going to be doing some different segments of Get You a Piece, stepping into some other things. A lot of people know I am very heavily involved in music and a background crew that I was a part of. We're planning some stuff, but I'm going to actually utilize my platform with my show to put that experience out there. Yeah. So doing some different stuff in podcasting, and then also just changing it up a little bit more too, and giving more people an opportunity to come on and be themselves. Since we started our podcast, Download and Delete is here now. Three of my other friends have started their podcast, Horizontal Refreshments. So just being able to bring more people into the beautiful Tone Deaf Network, because I'm completely happy being here. Shout out to Tone. Yes. In my opinion, best podcast network. Hands down.
I can agree.
Anywhere.
I've had fun.
Like the creative aspect, the fact that he allows us to be ourselves.
And it's family oriented.
And it's very family oriented.
You guys have been so wonderful.
Yes.
I asked you out of nowhere. And you was like, yeah, I'll do it for sure. I'm there.
And no lie,
What
like
you need me to do?
it really be happening like that.
Thank you.
Like it happens like that all the time. Because when I did my show with P3, Vonda from Roots of Fruit, she was just there, and they were like, well, girl, since you here, Get on that goddamn mic. And we got a rule when my show's recording. If you hear watching, you talk more than twice,
you're on the show.
Get on this mic. Because clearly you have an opinion, you have something to say. So that's really what Get You a Piece represents.
Yeah.
Get you a piece, and that can be any aspect of life. Right now, I'm getting me a piece of every motherfucking thing that I got coming by myself.
There's nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much.
No problem. Oh, January 9th, 1 p.m. new time slot for our live video.
All right.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Saturdays, every Saturday.
January. Okay, that's a Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shauna.
I already did mine.
Oh, you did yours. Child.
It's you.
I guess blame it on the Saint Germain.
Guess so.
The Saint Germain.
It's so floral and Caucasian. I live.
It is. It is.
I did my deletion, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's
just
it. Yeah.
giving us a moment to
Look
get
at
our
you.
shit off.
You just wanted it to go on. And
I just
on,
wanted
huh?
to go on because it was
I
so
know.
peaceful and like calm. This is our first double-digit show, so
Yes.
we're out of the singles.
Yeah, we're out of the singles. So
Now,
look.
Tone would say you official now.
Yeah,
We're
you're
official
definitely official
now.
now.
Yeah, we're official.
We're
I
inching
suppose.
toward that 1,000 downloads.
Yep, we are. So
Cannot
help us get it,
wait.
please.
Yes, please download. Please download.
There's no lie. I saw my numbers and I was shocked as fuck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, me
so
too.
that means you got to tell your people about us to
Yes,
listen.
please share this live. If you're on
Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah.
share it on your page and share it on.
Yeah, maybe we can get to that by the time we come back in
Yes.
January. We're taking a little break
Yes, we
and
are.
for the
We'll be
holidays, and we'll be back, of course, for all of our lovely listeners.
I don't think
And-
we're rebranding. We're just taking our brand.
No,
to
it's just a
another
break.
level.
Yeah, it's the holidays. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
a holiday
it's
break.
time for planning, re-strategizing, and figuring out what we want to bring to our listeners next. So that's what we're doing.
So make sure you check us out on not Snapchat.
Oh no,
no, we're not on Snapchat. We're on
No.
Instagram
Ooh, Chile.
at Download and Delete.
That's right. No, Instagram is MKE Down and Delete.
I always get that.
For Twitter, what is it?
For Twitter, it's Download and Delete 1.
Love to follow y'all.
And I don't know the
Thank
Facebook
you.
thing, but if
The
you want to,
Facebook is Download and Delete.
oh, I don't do Facebook.
Shauna doesn't have social media.
I don't do Mark Zuckerberg.
So please make sure you follow us on all streaming
Yes.
platforms to make sure you get the show and
And-
on social media, and make sure you send an email to
Yes, MKE Down and Delete at gmail.com if you have a spicy or hot or medium or whatever other kind of regular,
question,
all them
whatever you
all them
need to
titles
know.
of questions you want to submit. So
And if you want Shauna to answer a question for you from her analytical standpoint, make sure you
I
do.
guess. All right.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Aziza and Pretty Plus Size and Powerful
Yes.
Podcast. Thank you,
Okay.
Joey with Get You a Piece Podcast. I thank you so much for coming in today and making this our double digit show wonderful. Happy New Year to everyone listening.
Yes.
Merry
Wow.
Christmas, because you're going to hear this before Christmas. So Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Passover.
Yeah,
Yes.
Happy New Year, all that good
Yeah,
stuff. No,
Happy New
Passover's in the East.
Oh, child, I don't know.
Lord.
Here I go.
be
I'm over here
happy.
like, yes,
I'm going home to watch The Housewives of Potomac.
baby.
Love y'all. Bye.
Potomac has been good this year.
Tell me what you want me to do. Computer love is waiting for you. Tell me what you want.